Here at the baseball park, it's Manalo.
A lot, and they've definitely got fast runners too. That makes it tough on the infield to turn those double plays, and to be able to get those and to help our pitchers out and get out of a couple jams, that really helps out a lot.
How about for you personally? Was that a typical Dan Lyons game that you'd like to have 2 for 2, 2 singles, sack bunt, sack fly?
I'd take that every day, absolutely.
Well, again with the bunt, I have to go back to last year. I mean, how often are you asked about the bunt?
A lot, quite a bit. I became known as the bunt guy, ever since last year. Pretty much, every single time we get a new guy coming in, people talk about the bunt, and I become the bunt guy for a little bit until I finally settle in as the shortstop again by everybody else's, in everybody else's mind. But yeah, that comes up quite a bit, and I've got no problem talking about that at all. It was a great moment for this team, for myself personally, and I take a lot of pride in that.
Is it talked about at home in Minnesota as well, or mostly here on Long Island?
A little bit at home, not as much as it is around here, because, obviously the people back home in Minnesota didn't get to see it. But, they heard about it. We talk about it a little bit, but, it's just one and done, basically. I'm still the same person back home as I always have been.
Well, I racked my brain and could not come up with any other situation where a bunt won a championship in the bottom of the ninth of the deciding game. Has anyone you've come across come up with a similar situation?
I haven't really heard of anything like that. It was just one of those situations where everything lined up perfectly for a bunt to be put down. And fortunately, it was fair. That's the only thing in my mind was I had to keep it fair, and I knew I'd be safe. And it was a lot closer to the line than I thought it was when I came off the bat. But it's just one of those things. Everything lined up perfectly. If it was a base hit, I'd be just as proud of it. But I'm actually pretty excited, pretty happy that it was a bunt and unique. A unique way to win a championship.
There is another shortstop in this clubhouse who's a bunt guy, and that's Bud Harrelson. And I know it meant a lot to him because he takes a lot of pride in that being one of his better skills as well.
Yeah, he was. Unfortunately, I've never got a chance to see him play, but from what he talks about and other people talk about watching him play, he was kind of the small ball type of guy too. He's not gonna hit a bunch of home runs. I think he might have had a handful of home runs in his career. He's the same type of player that I am. And it means a lot to me to have someone here to work with me. Who's the same type of player that I am, who's been around, who knows the game. And someone who can definitely appreciate, the small ball parts of the game.
Well, Dan, thanks for the time. As always, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Dan Lyons, the MVP of the playoffs a year ago as Long Island beat the Lancaster Barnstormers in 5 on his bunt in the bottom of the ninth inning that scored Matt Esquivel to give the Ducks their second Atlantic League title. Well, we'll take a break, and when we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for this Game 4 of a 5-game series. Speaking of 5-game series, a couple of lefties going head-to-head tonight. Matt Wave for Long Island against Kelvin Villa for the Fish.
Hi, this is Steve Foucault, pitching coach for the Ducks. And you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
North Shore LIJ, Southside Hospital in Bayshore, is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark before tonight's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Bridgeport Bluefish. The Ducks throwing left-hander Matt Way. He is 3-4 on the season with a 4.37 ERA, coming off a terrific outing this Friday against Sugar Land. 5 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. Bluefish will counter with their own lefty, Kelvin Villa. Really struggled on the year, 1-2 with an 8.69 ERA, and the Ducks tattooed him for 10 hits and 8 runs in a little over 5 innings, the only time he pitched here on Long Island back on June 11th. So that's our matchup. Ducks have taken the field. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, the starting lineups and the first pitch of tonight's ball game between the Ducks and the Bluefish.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
North Shore LIJ, Southside Hospital in Bayshore, is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding health care right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at www.nslij.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Beautiful job tonight with our national anthem. That was the Oakwood Primary School. The color guard over at first base is Pack 79, and our two dream teams on the field tonight standing next to their heroes, the Long Island Ducks, the North Orioles of Levittown, and the North Patchogue Medford Youth. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First for Willie Upshaw's visiting Bridgeport Bluefish. They come in with the worst record in the Atlantic League at 21-44. The red-hot Daniel Maiora leads it off at second base. Iggy Suarez plays third base and hits second. Prentice Redmond, the right fielder, bats third. And Louis Lopez will hit cleanup and play first base. Victor Diaz, the DH, bats fifth. James Simmons in center field swings sixth. Stantrell Smith in the 7-hole as the left fielder. Yusuf Carter will catch and bat eighth. And Brandon Chavez is the 9-man and shortstop. On the mound for the Fish again, the left-hander Kelvin Villa. For Kevin Baez, Long Island Ducks, they are 28-36 so far on the season. Joash Brodeen, swinging the hottest bat of any Duck, leads it off in right field tonight. Josh Barfield plays second and bats second. Ben Broussard at first base hits third. And Bill Hall, the cleanup man, in left. Bryant Nelson at third base bats fifth. Adam Bailey in the 6-hole playing center field. Ralph Henriquez will catch and hit seventh. P.J. Phillips, eighth in the lineup, and the designated hitter. And Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 9-man for Long Island. All of that in support of the 26-year-old left-hander from Sitka, Alaska, 6'1", 195-pound Matt Way, who makes his 11th start of the season in his 11th overall appearance. A record of 3-4 for Way with a 4.37 ERA. In 49 1/3 innings, he's allowed 48 hits. He's walked 20 and struck out 46. So Matt Way goes through his warm-ups as we get set for Game 4 of this 5-game series. The two teams split a doubleheader on Monday. Bridgeport won the first game 1-0. Ducks took the nightcap 3-1. And then last night an 8-7 seesaw affair with Long Island coming out on top to take a 2-1 lead in the series and a Ferry Cup series lead now of 5-3. Again, the Ferry Cup is battled for each and every year between these two teams since 2009. And the winner will get the trophy when the 20th and final game is played. And this year that'll be in July, earlier than ever before. They will wrap up the season series in July. So just about set set for baseball here on another hazy, hot, and humid evening. Ducks and Bluefish. Matt Way, the left-hander, to begin with Daniel Maiora, the right-swinging second baseman for Bridgeport, swinging the hottest bat of almost anybody in the entire Atlantic League at the moment. We'll give you his numbers in just a second. So the first pitch of the game is on the way, and that is taken for a called strike. 0-1 on Maiora. Our home plate umpire is Chase Edmondson. It's Aaron Freeman at first and Manolo Alejandro around at third. Matt Way's 0-1 is grounded to short. A little worm burner for Dan Lyons. He gobbles it up, throws across the diamond to Ben Broussard for the first out.
Long Island Arthur Airport temperature of tonight's game is 81 degrees.
81 degrees, so down a couple from our first pitch temperature of 84 last night and 82 on Monday night. So big out for Way to get Maiora, who comes in leading the Atlantic League in hits with 81. And again, we'll detail his numbers as we go through the broadcast. That'll bring up the two-man and third baseman from the right side. It's Iggy Suarez for Bridgeport. Way stares into Ralph Henriquez. His first pitch is way up high for ball one. Iggy batting .205, a homer, and 9 knocked in. Way's 1-0 is swung through, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, behind Matt tonight, he has Ben Broussard at first base, Josh Barfield at second, Dan Lyons, his shortstop, and Bryant Nelson at third. Bill Hall's in left, Adam Bailey in center, Joe Ashbrodine in right, and Ralph Henriquez catches. The 1-1 here into the glove of Henriquez is low and inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike now on Iggy Suarez. Way kicks and comes home, and a swing and a miss on a fastball away, just above the knees, and that'll level the count at 2-2. Not much wind to speak of at all tonight. The flags down the right field line hanging limp. 325 down the lines here at Bethpage Ballpark and 400 feet to dead center field. Matt Way at 2-2 on Iggy Suarez. And this one misses up high, took something off it, and the count now full. We touched on it in the pregame show, but Way coming off one of his best outings of the season here Friday in a 9-6 win over Sugar Land. 5 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. Payoff pitch is popped up, shallow left center field. The shortstop Dan Lyons going out, giving way to the left fielder Bill Hall, who makes the grab after calling off center fielder Adam Bailey, and there's 2 away. So good job by Bill to take control of the situation with his shortstop and center fielder in tight in that Bermuda Triangle in left center. The two-way, nobody on.
Position for the Bridgeport Bluefish, right fielder number 27, Prentice Redmond, number 27.
And here is the 3-hitter from the right side. It's Prentice Redmond, the right fielder for the Bluefish. Redmond in at .243, 2 homers, 29 runs batted in. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Prentice, tough series thus far, just 2 for 10 in the 3 games. Again, the Ducks lead the series 2-1, and they lead the Ferry Cup standings 5 wins to Bridgeport's 3. Tonight for the Ducks, game 7 of an 8-game homestand. They're 4-2 on the homestand thus far. 1-0 is in tight, so it's ball 2 on Prentice Redmond. First time that Matt Way has faced the Bridgeport Bluefish this year, so always should be a bit of an advantage when the Fish don't know what they'll see at all from Way, who gets a strike on the outer half here. And it's 2-1 now on Prentice Redmond. Not trying to work quickly here. Prentice taking his time to try to break the rhythm. Here's the pitch. And that a beautiful changeup that he swings through. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Redmond. So Way with a chance for a 1-2-3 first, if he can get the Bluefish right fielder. Here's the 2-2. And he thought about it, laid off it, and it missed below the knees. And for another at-bat, second consecutive, he has run the count full. Here's the 2-out payoff from the southpaw. And swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Matt Way picks up his first K of the night, and that will retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Bluefish. Middle of the first inning tonight at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It's the Bridgeport Bluefish nothing, and the Long Island Ducks coming to bat.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks. serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, the Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quackerjack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. No score as we go to the last of the first. Defensively tonight for the Fish, they have Louis Lopez at first, Daniel Mayora at second, Brandon Chavez the shortstop, and Iggy Suarez at third. Stantrell Smith is in left, James Simmons in center, Prentice Redmond in right, Yusuf Carter does the catching, and just completing his warm-ups on the hill, the 27-year-old left-hander, originally from the Dominican Republic. He calls Brooklyn, New York his home. He's 5 foot 10 inches, 180 pounds. Kelvin Villa makes his fourth start of the season, a 1-2 record, and an ERA of 8.69, almost 9 earned runs per game for Kelvin Villa, who has really struggled in his first 3 starts with the Bluefish. So the first to give him a try will be the switch-hitting right fielder in from the right. It's Joash Brodeen for Long Island, and Villa's fastball runs up and away, and the count 1-0 on Brodeen, who has seen his average hit .332, 6th best in the Atlantic League coming in. Takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Joash with 7 homers and 30 runs batted in, and he has had a monster series. He is 7 for 12 in the 3 games thus far. And that includes homers in back-to-back games as Villa misses wide here. 2 balls and a strike on Joash Brodeen. So Brodeen for the Ducks, Mayora for the Bluefish, 2 of the hottest hitters in the Atlantic League right now. 2-1 is grounded foul, third base side. And the count level now on Joash Brodeen. Joash, a total of 79 hits on the season. He is now tied for second in that category with Andres Perez of the Revs. And again, they're both chasing Daniel Mayora of the Bluefish, who's got 81 hits. Only 2 hits away from the league lead is Brodeen. Villa, the southpaw, way over on the third base side of the rubber, comes home. And this one slashed foul off the end of the bat, first base side. And the count holds on Joash Brodeen. Joash brings in a 9-game hitting streak. And in 7 of those 9 games, he has had multiple hits. He's had multiple hits in all 3 games of this series. Another 2-2 coming from Villa to Brodeen. And Kelvin Villa wants to chat here with his catcher, Yusuf Carter. Overall numbers on Villa, 3 starts for the Bluefish, 19 2/3 innings tossed. He's allowed a whopping 29 hits in those outings. He has walked 10 and struck out 18. His last outing was Friday at home in a 6-4 loss to the Barnstormers. Gave up a season-high 11 hits, 6 earned runs in 8 innings of work. He walked 3 and struck out 7. 2-2 pitch is ripped into left center field, so Brodeen continues his torrid hitting, making a 10-game hitting streak for Joash as he turns first and the leadoff man aboard for Long Island.
Batting in the second position for Long Island, the second baseman, number 28, Josh Barfield, number 28.
So here's the second baseman and 2-man, a right-handed stick. It's Josh Barfield for Long Island. Comes in with a .303 average, 2 homers, 12 runs batted in. Joash Brodeen will be held on at first by Louis Lopez. And here, ball 1 to Barfield. Brodin with 5 stolen bases. That is tied for the team lead. And he's been caught 3 times. "1-0 is on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Josh Barfield. Ben Broussard waits on deck. Joe Ash with that initial lead right to the cutout as he wiggles his legs, hands on his knees. And the 1-1 here, some breaking stuff that backdoors Barfield for strike 2. Tough series for Josh thus far, just 1 for 9 in the 3 games. His only hit was in game 1 of the doubleheader Monday, a single. "1-2, way up and outside. Looked like a breaking ball that didn't break at all. And it's 2-2 now to Barfield. Barfield last night 0 for 3 in the 8-7 win, but did draw a pair of walks. The only walks issued by Bridgeport pitching in the game, both drawn by Josh Barfield. Here's the 2-2, and that he swings through down and in. And it's strikeout number 1 and out number 1 for Kelvin Villa and the Bluefish.
Hitting third for Long Island, first baseman number 27, Ben Broussard, number 27.
So 1 out, 1 on, and here's the left swinging first baseman in the 3-hole. It's Ben Broussard, .326 the average coming in, 8 homers to tie for the team lead, and he's had 20 runs batted in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Brodin goes. He got a huge jump. The throw by Yusuf Carter bounces in the dirt and into shallow center field. But another stolen base for Joe Ash, his team leading 6th of the season. So a runner in scoring position immediately for Long Island. Brodin also had a stolen base in game 2 here Monday night. Pitch was ball 1 to Ben Broussard. Ben came into the series swinging a red-hot bat, but just hasn't figured out Bluefish pitching as of yet. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. Broussard, when the series began, had an 8-game hitting streak and 7 hits in his previous 3 games. But so far in this series, he is just 1 for 11, with his only hit a single in game 2 Monday night. 1-1 is low and away. 2 balls and a strike now to Ben Broussard. Brodin leads away from second. Shortstop Brandon Chavez creeping in right behind him as Villa comes home. And a swing and a miss at one off the plate. That'll level the count at 2-2 on the Ducks' first baseman. Bill Hall waits on deck. No score, bottom of the first. Joe Ash Brodin with a single to lead off the game. And during the Broussard at bat, swiped his 6th bait of the season. 2-2 is low and away, almost in the same spot, but Ben a little more discipline here to be able to lay off it. And now he's worked the count full. So Villa will come with a payoff pitch. Set away from his letters, a check of second. And a check swing. And a strike call by home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. I think he said that Ben went around. And it's back-to-back strikeouts now for Villa, 2 gone.
Batting in the cleanup position for the Ducks, the left fielder, number 6, Bill Hall, number 6.
So 2 away, Brodin still at second, and here is the cleanup man and left fielder from the right side for Long Island. It's Bill Hall. Hall batting .235, 4 home runs, and 14 runs batted in. Bill had his 4th home run of the season here last night. A solo shot in the bottom of the second to dead center field that got Long Island on the board and cut the Bridgeport 2-0 lead in half. Takes a strike here from Villa, and the count 0-1. So back-to-back swinging strikeouts of Barfield and Broussard by Villa, and now Hall will try to pick them up. Hall with that wide-open stance, the former big leaguer, staring at Villa on the hill. And taking low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bill has hits in all 3 games of this series. Singles in both games Monday of the double dip, and then the home run last night. All 4 of Bill Hall's home runs this year have come here at the Duck Pond. 1-1 is on the outside corner at the knees, and it's 1-2 now on Hall. So Villa trying to wiggle out of this mini jam after giving up the leadoff single to Brodeen, watching him swipe second during the Broussard at bat. Chance to keep Long Island off the board if he can get the always dangerous Bill Hall. Last time Hall faced Villa here on Long Island, Bill hit a 3-run homer off him. And boy, did Villa get knocked around on June 11th. Ducks beat him 8-1. He gave up 8 runs on 10 hits in his shortest outing of the season, just 5 1/3 innings. He walked 4 and struck out 7. That was his first game of the season with the Bridgeport Bluefish, his fish debut. 1-2 here is foul back to the netting, and Kelvin has made the rounds in the Atlantic League. Pitched for Newark in 2010, for the Road Warriors in 2011, and last year a member of the Sugarland Skeeters. This year he pitched down in Mexico prior to signing with the Bluefish on June 8th, and then 3 nights later making his debut here at Bethpage Ballpark, one he'd like to forget. Count 1-2 on Hall with Bryant Nelson on deck, hoping to get a chance to swing here in the first. No score. Ducks have Joash Brodeen at second base with 2 away for their cleanup man, Bill Hall. Villa ready. His pitch downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. No major league experience for Kelvin Villa. Went from rookie through Double-A ball, most of that in the Braves organization. That's where he spent his first 6 years of affiliated baseball. And he moved on to the Royals organization. Here's his 2-2. And that taken high foul on the first base side out of play. And we'll do it once more. Got to be a thrill for Villa to pitch here. Again, in Brooklyn, New York is what he calls home. So I'm sure we'd have some friends and family in the ballpark. Good crowd on hand tonight, too, for this one. With Dr. Quackerjack t-shirts going out tonight to the first 1,500 that came through the turnstile. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bill Hall trying to give Long Island the lead. And everybody just can't get their rhythm untracked here, or on track, I should say. So Hall stepped out, Villa stepped off, and now everybody will reset. Villa's pitch. Curveball line past the glove of the diving shortstop Brandon Chavez and into left. They're going to send Joash Brodeen. He will score standing up. It's an RBI single for Bill Hall, and the Ducks have the early 1-0 lead here in the last of the first. So just a terrific at-bat by Hall, who continued to battle, and in the end got a breaking ball that he just put past the extended diving glove of the shortstop Brandon Chavez.
Bryant Nelson, number 21.
So Joash Brodeen running on contact with 2 away, scores without a throw from Stantrell Smith in left. Bill Hall picks up RBI number 15 on the season, and he now has hits in all 4 games of this series, as does Joash Brodeen. Here's Bryant Nelson, and he takes down and in just over his shoe tops on the first pitch for ball 1. Hall now held on at first by Louis Lopez. And Bill has yet to attempt the stolen base as a member of the Ducks. One to Nelly, and that a strike on the outside corner. Bryant starts the night batting .258, 8 homers, 29 runs batted in. He was the team's leader in RBIs before Joash Brodeen overtook him last night. He's got 30, does Joash. 1-1 here is a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 now on Bryant Nelson. So again, Brodeen and Hall, 2 of the 3 Ducks coming in, who had hits in every game of this series. They've now made it hits in all 4 games. And P.J. Phillips, the only other Duck who had hits in every game. Here it's grounded to second. Mayora will take the easy out on the force at second, gets Hall there, and that retires the side. But not before the Ducks get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. 1 complete tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. It's the Ducks 1, the Bluefish nothing.
Hi, this is Adam Bailey, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Well, the Ducks lead it 1-0 as we go to the second inning. And time now for the Ducks injury report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Ray Navarrete still out with plantar fasciitis, a foot injury. Ryan Strebe has the wrist problem. TJ Ho's a groin injury. And Leo Rosales, their closer, a calf injury. A couple of transactions today for Long Island as they welcomed a new left-hander to the bullpen. That is something Kevin Baez has been aching for, as Eric Neeson's been his only lefty available in the pen. But the former big leaguer Eric Threets, the 29-year-old from California, 6'5", 220 pounds, joins Long Island today. And Kevin said he'll throw a couple of bullpen sessions. Could work as soon as the weekend in Somerset. Ducks also released Connor Graham today, who was 3-4 with a 5.9 ERA and struggled here last night in what was his last start of the season for Long Island. And the Ducks also announcing that the contract of Danny Perales had been purchased by a team in Mexico. So that is a tough one for the Ducks to take, as Perales was their team leader in both homers and runs batted in with 11 homers, 41 runs batted in. And both of those were top 5 in the Atlantic League. So a big bat departs from Mexico in Danny Perales. We start the second with the Ducks leading 1-0, and Luis Lopez takes ball 1 from Matt Way. The lefty's 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1 now on Lopez, who's batting an even 300 on the year with 2 homers and 26 runs batted in. So again, Threets, the left-hander, joins the bullpen, and the Ducks say goodbye to Connor Graham and also Danny Perales. 1-1 here is inside. 2 balls and a strike now to Lopez. So Bill Murphy will go back into the starting rotation in the spot that Connor Graham had occupied up until last night. The 2-1 is inside. 3 balls and a strike now to Lopez, but certainly Perales' bat will be missed by Long Island. But again, they have Ray Navarrete nearing a return at the start of the second half is when that's scheduled for, and a former MVP in the Atlantic League and the greatest player in franchise history will be welcomed back to this lineup with open arms. Down in the dirt here, Mrs. Matt Way, and that's his first walk of the night. First base runner of the game for the Bluefish, who went down in order in the first as Lopez takes first. Luis Lopez worked out 2 walks last night, another one here.
Position, designated hitter, number 41, Victor Diaz, number 41.
So 1-0 Ducks, top of the second. That means tying run on in Lopez, who does not run well at all. Victor Diaz, the DH and 5-man, will hit from the right side. Way set at his belt. The pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Diaz, a 224 hitter with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. Lopez will be held on by Ben Broussard at first. Louis has not even attempted a stolen base this year, as called strike on the outer half against Diaz, and a good start for the lefty Matt Way. He's in front 0-2. Here's the pitch. And almost hit him. They're going to say it did. It grazed his arm or his shirt sleeve on his left arm. And the Bluefish with a pair of base runners on a walk and now a hit batsman.
Batting in the sixth position for Bridgeport, center fielder, number 16, James Simmons. Number 16.
So first and second, nobody out for the Fish, and here's their six-man and center fielder from the right side. It's James Simmons, a .242 hitter, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Simmons hit the only homer of the game last night for the Bluefish, a solo shot to right in the top of the second to make it 2-0 Bridgeport. Change-up strike on the outside corner, 0-1 now on Simmons. Ducks still thinking he might drop down a bunt. Ben Broussard at first on the grass, and Bryant Nelson was even with the bag at third. He's backed up a bit now. 0-1 is down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike to James Simmons. Simmons had the biggest hitting game, one of them last night for Bridgeport, 3 for 4, with a pair of singles, that homer, scored 1, drove in 2, also drew a walk. Checks his swing at an outside pitch, and the count now 2-1. Luis Lopez leads away from second. Victor Diaz the same from first. 1-0 Ducks in the visitors' second. Matt Way's 2-1 is swung through, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I think that's been the big story of this series for Simmons, the fact that he's only struck out 1 time in 3 games. He came in with 31 strikeouts on the year and a little over 50 at-bats. But he's only had 1 strikeout, and that was in Game 2 on Monday. Set up here at 2-2, and he lashes it foul up behind home plate. Overall numbers on Simmons for the year, 32 strikeouts in 62 at-bats. So more than half the time he makes out, it's via the strikeout. We'll see another 2-2 here from Way. Matt checks second, comes home. And this one tapped foul near the Ducks dugout on the first base side, where the ball boy will retrieve it. Simmons 4 for 9 in the series, with a run scored and 3 driven in. He drove in the only run in their 3-1 loss here in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Monday night. Two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Matt Way has his second K and a big first out here in the top of the second.
Another K on the Cradle of Aviation K board. It's section 210. Hitting in the 7th position for the Bluefish, left fielder number 8, Stantrell Smith, number 8.
So here's the left fielder in 7-man, a righty stick. It's Stantrell Smith for Bridgeport, batting .281, has yet to homer on the year, and has driven in just 1 run. Stantrell playing in his 16th game of the season tonight for the Fish. Low and inside, misses Matt Way. Good job by his catcher, Ralph Enriquez, sliding to his left to prevent either runner from advancing a base. And this is just the second game of the series for Stantrell Smith. His only other game was Game 1 of our doubleheader on Monday night, the 1-0 win for the Fish, and he went 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Here he pops it up in a shallow left center field. The shortstop, Dan Lyons, camped under it, calls off everybody, and makes the two-handed catch for the second out. So a chance for Matt Way to wiggle out of this jam if he can get Yusuf Carter.
Batting 8th position, catcher number 23, Yusuf Carter, number 23.
Carter, the 8-man and catcher, a right-handed hitter. .299 is average coming in. Leads the Bluefish with 5 home runs and has 13 runs batted in. And just like Smith, only game he's played is Game 1 of Monday's doubleheader, where he too went 0 for 3. But it was all 3 flyouts off the bat of Carter. First pitch, low and inside for ball 1 to Yusuf. 1-0 Ducks, top of the second. The Fish put 2 men aboard with nobody out on a walk and a hit batsman. But the strikeout of Simmons, the pop out by Smith, and now it's up to Carter to pick up his teammate. Nicely placed pitch by Matt Way for a strike, and the count 1-1. Matt in his second year with the Ducks, second year in the Atlantic League, and his 4th season of pro baseball. No major league experience, spent his affiliated career in the Phillies organization. Swing and a miss here, and he's out in front of Carter, 1-2. Matt, of course, won the championship with the Ducks a season ago. left Independent Laredo in the American Association to join Long Island in mid-September. As here, a pitch kicks away from Henriquez up the first baseline, but he gets there quickly to prevent an advance of any base runner, and the count 2-2 on ball 2 to Yusuf Carter. And all Matt Wade did was go 2-0 in the regular season after joining the Ducks in mid-September, and 2-0 in the postseason. Doesn't get any bigger than that, then 4-0 in his 4 games for Long Island. 2-2 is low and inside, and the count now full. Actually, 4-0 was his overall record. Did pitch a couple of times in relief in the playoffs. 2 starts in the regular season, 2-0. A couple of relief outings in the playoffs. 2 starts, 2 relief appearances, 2-0 record there. Payoff pitch with the runners going. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Carter, and that will retire the side on his 3rd K of the evening. For the Bluefish, no runs, no hits, a walk, a hit batsman, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd on Long Island. It's still 1-0 Ducks.
Hi, this is pitcher Bill Murphy. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. No good. Talk to me.
Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
This summer, LIPA can help you save big on a new central air conditioning system with up to $1,000 in rebates and up to $500 in operating cost savings each year. And only a LIPA participating Cool Homes contractor can make sure you get all these savings plus a quality installation for maximum comfort over the life of your system. Ready to save? We're ready to help. Visit lipower.org/coolhomes to make sure that your contractor is a LIPA Cool Homes contractor.
Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we go to the last of the 2nd. Last night in the Atlantic League, big night. 5 other games around the ATL. The only other single game was down in Sugar Land, Texas, where the Skeeters doubled up the York Revolution 12-6. They lowered their magic number to 4 to clinch their first ever playoff berth in franchise history as they have a 3-game lead over the Somerset Patriots atop the Freedom Division. Of course, in case you missed it, Southern Maryland on Monday night clinched the Liberty Division, and they did it with their 8th straight win, and then naturally last night an emotional letdown as they played a doubleheader at home and were swept by the Lancaster Barnstormers. And you want to talk about a letdown. The first game after their clinching, they lost 14-2. Then they dropped the second game 5-4. Patriots also swept a double dip at home against the River Sharks 1-0 and 5-3. And a little bit later, we'll give you the details of those games. Again, Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we start the last of the 2nd. And lefty Kelvin Villa against lefty swinging center fielder Adam Bailey, the 6-hitter for Long Island. And Bailey sees strike 1. Adam batting .257, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in. Villa's 0-1. And that foul back to the netting for strike 2. What a game Adam had last night. 3 for 4. He had 2 singles and a homer. Scored 3 runs. That tied the Ducks' season high and drove in another. Bailey had a solo homer to right in the bottom of the 7th that made it 7-5, Long Island in the 8-7 win. 0-2 here just misses away, and you got to put it in perspective. He was 3 for 4 last night. Going into the game, he had just 3 hits in his previous 9 games. He was 3 for 29 in the 9 games before last night, so he equaled his 9-game hit total all in one night. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Good fastball at the belt by Kelvin Villa, and he has his 3rd strikeout of the game already.
Hitting 7 for Long Island. Long Island Ducks catcher number 30, Ralph Enriquez, number 30.
So 1 away, and here's the 7-man, the switch-hitting catcher Ralph Enriquez, who will bat right-handed here against the southpaw Villa. Enriquez in at .210, 3 homers, 12 ribbies. Waggles the bat above his right shoulder, does Ralph. Villa's pitch, high and away for ball 1. Enriquez also a nice game last night, 2 for 4, single double, scored a run, drove in a run. Villa's 1-0 is up and away, and it's 2-0. And for the Ducks last night with the victory, they are now 9-4 in their last 13 home games. So finally that home field advantage they've been hoping would arrive all season has, just as the first half winds down. Tomorrow night will be their final home game of the first half. 2-0 pitch is well hit to left center field. The center fielder James Simmons going over in the alley will make the running catch for the second out. So Enriquez just unable to find the tweener spot in left center. Simmons used that speed and got a nice jump to take it away.
Batting in the eighth position, designated hitter number 9, P.J. Phillips, number 9.
So here's P.J. Phillips. Again, we mentioned coming in, 3 Ducks had hits in all 3 previous games of this series. Joe Ashbrodeen already a hit tonight, so he's got hits in all 4. Bill Hall already a hit tonight, hits in all 4. And now let's see if Phillips can join that group as he has hits in all 3 games thus far. First pitch to P.J. on the shoot tops for ball 1. He's batting .267, 4 home runs, 13 knocked in. Has exactly 1 hit in each of the 3 games of the series. 3 for 9 overall. 1-0 is low and scoots through the catcher, Yusuf Carter, all the way to the backstop. Nobody aboard for Long Island, so no harm. 1-0 Ducks in the home second. And we had those low-scoring games on Monday and the high-scoring affair last night. We'll see which way this one's going to go. Kelvin Villa coming in with that ERA of almost 9 runs per game. Ducks hoping to light him up. 2-0 is high and away, and it's ball 3 now to P.J. Phillips. P.J. with a 7-game hitting streak that he brings into tonight's contest. 3-0 is a strike. He was looking at it all the way. Caught the outside corner. And now the 3-1. That just low for ball 4. And there's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins.
The Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks, wins.
So Villa's first walk.
Position for your Long Island Ducks. Here's the shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
And Dan Lyons will be the batter, the shortstop and 9-man, a right-handed hitter. P.J. Phillips had just 2 stolen bases coming into this series. He's already had 2 in the series. Had 1 on Monday night in Game 1, had 1 last night. And he's not been caught all year, so certainly a threat to go here. 4 stolen bases in 4 tries as Lyons stands in with 2 outs. And Dan takes a called strike, 0-1. Lyons batting .233, no homers, 16 runs batted in. He was our pregame guest tonight. And as he referred to himself, the bunt guy. Of course, the bunt herd round Long Island is here. Villa's going to throw over to first to bring Phillips back. The bunt that won the Atlantic League Championship for the Ducks over the Barnstormers in the bottom of the 9th of the deciding Game 5. A waddle-off championship-winning bunt that he dropped down third base, and Matt Esquivel scored the winning run. Snap throw over to first. Very close play. Villa actually was a couple of steps toward the dugout thinking he got him, but somehow Phillips got around the tag of Louis Lopez and touched the bag with his hand. So certainly Phillips a threat to run here. And again, Yusuf Carter is the backup catcher playing tonight. Louis Rodriguez gets the night off. Lyons pops it up down the right field line, twisting out of play. So the Ducks, I think, will try to run on the arm of Yusuf Carter because the guy they called a machete is off tonight. Sitting on the Bridgeport bench is their player coach, the former Duck, Louis Rodriguez. Oh, he talked to Dan in the pregame interview about his great night last night for a 9-hitter and a shortstop, 2 for 2, a pair of singles, a sac fly, a sac punt, a run batted in. And he was in the middle of 3 double plays turned by Long Island that really quelled several rallies for the Bluefish. Here he bounces it to the third baseman, Suarez. He'll go the short way to Mayora at second. They get the force on Phillips there, and the side retired. For Long Island, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. 2 complete tonight at the Duck Pond. It is the Flock 1, the Fish nothing.
Hi, this is Bryant Nelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks Baseball official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we go to inning number 3, and that always means third inning trivia, brought to you by Carvel. Carvel, celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Give you the question here in the top of the third and the answer in the bottom of the inning. Well, we've talked a lot tonight and talked a lot about it since it happened, the night of October 7th, 2012, deciding Game 5 of the championship series between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. And, of course, it was the bunt heard round Long Island by Dan Lyons. The bunt single in the bottom of the ninth, in a tie game at the time that scored Matt Esquivel from third and won the championship for the Long Island Ducks. And I still to this day have not heard of any other championship won on a game-winning bunt in the bottom of the ninth inning of the deciding game. So everybody knows about Dan Lyons, as he even told us in the pregame interview. Everywhere he goes, he's the bunt guy, the bunt guy. We'll get to the question in just a moment. Brandon Chavez set to lead off the Bridgeport third. And the first pitch from Matt Way is low for a ball. Chavez, the switch-hitting shortstop and 9-hitter, bats righty here against the left-hander. And on the season, Chavez, a .233 hitter, no homers, 8 driven in. Takes inside, it's 2-0. So again, Dan Lyons, well known for that bunt that drove in the championship-winning run in the title game for Long Island of last season. The 2-0 is downstairs. Tonight's question, though, who drove in the championship-winning run the only other time the Ducks won the Atlantic League Championship, and that, of course, back in 2004? Can you remember who drove in the championship-winning run in that series? Of course, the Ducks swept the River Sharks. They won it in Camden on the night of September 26, 2004, as ball 4 here issued to Brandon Chavez. Second walk of the game from Matt Way, and the leadoff man aboard for the Fish. So think back to that series against the River Sharks, the Ducks' 5th season in the Atlantic League, their first championship, but it's not as easy to remember who drove in that championship-winning run. I'll give you the answer in the bottom of the inning. Back to the top of the order for Daniel Maiora. First pitch to him is high for a ball, and the count 1-0. Maiora grounded out to short his first time up, but we told you about how hot he is coming in. His average .332, 5th best in the league, leads the Atlantic League in hits now because of the series he's had. He's up to 81 hits on the year. 1-0 with a runner going is a swing and a miss. Throw by Henriquez down, not in time, as sliding in ahead of the tag of the second baseman, Josh Barfield, was Brandon Chavez, who has his 3rd stolen base of the season. Very close play down at second. But Chavez now in scoring position as the tying run for the Bluefish. Count 1-1 on Maiora, who's having a monster series coming in. 7 for 10. And that includes 5 doubles. Maiora brings in a 7-game hitting streak and also has 6 consecutive multi-hit games that he's put together. I mean, this guy and Joash Brodin, I think the 2 hottest hitters in the league right now. 1-1 is fouled away upstairs, high on the first base side for strike 2. Maiora in the series has scored 3 times and driven in 1. But boy, anytime you get him out the way he's going, you have done something. And with a stolen base now, a base hit could tie the game. 1-2 is a swing and a foul tip into the glove of Henriquez, who holds it. So a swinging strikeout of Daniel Maiora. Strikeout number 4 from Matt Way. and out number 1 here in the visitors' third.
Bluefish third base for number 24, Iggy Suarez, number 24.
So here's the 2-hitter, Iggy Suarez. Flew out to left field back in the opening inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Way. Chavez, a big leadoff second as Way stares him. And then this one looped towards shortstop. Dan Lyons back on the outfield grass with a 2-handed squeeze. And there's the second out. So again, Way last inning had first and second, nobody out, but wiggled out of that. Here he had a man at second with nobody out. Struck out Mayora swinging. Gets Iggy Suarez on a soft pop to short. And now can he get Prentice Redmond to keep his team in front 1-0. Struck out Redmond swinging back in the first. And Redmond just 4 for 26 now in his last 8 games. First pitch to Prentice is low and inside for ball 1. Way stares home to Enriquez. A check of second in the 1-0. Called a strike, almost the same spot that he missed with on that first pitch, but this time he gets the call from home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. 1-0 Ducks, top of the third. Matt Way trying to protect that lead if he can get the 3-hitter for the Bluefish. 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. Chavez at second. Spins around to check the infielders behind him. Make sure nobody's creeping in. Way checks him in the pitch. Nubbed slowly towards first. Broussard will field. Flip to his pitcher, Way covering. And that will retire the side. For the Fish, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left. Middle of the third at Bethpage Ballpark. It remains the Ducks 1, the Bluefish 0.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Connor Graham, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium. What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement.
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit LIDucks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Ducks with a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. Time now to wrap up our third inning trivia, brought to you by Carvel. Carvel, celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. We've talked all about Dan Lyons' bunt to win the Atlantic League Championship a year ago. We asked you who drove in the championship-winning run the first time the Ducks won the Atlantic League Championship back in 2004. And the answer we're looking for, Kevin Baez. That's right, the current manager of the Ducks was their starting shortstop in that championship season. And the situation was this. The Ducks won the first 2 games at home, went to Camden, fell behind early, rallied to tie the game in the 7th inning, and with the bases loaded, Kevin Baez took a pitch from Lincoln Michelson at the time, Michelson these days, square in the back. So Kevin took one between the 1 and the 0, and in came Patrick Lennon from third base. That proved to be the championship-winning run. So Kevin Baez, being hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, drove in the championship-winning run for the Long Island Ducks in their first title back in 2004. Here's Joe Ash Brodeen leading off the home third, and he showed bunt, drew it back, and took Kelvin Villa's pitch for strike 1. Brodeen singled, stole the base, and scored the only run of the game back in the opening inning, and in the process extended his hitting streak to 10 games. Now, in the 9-game hitting streak that he brought in, 7 times he's had multi-hit games, So a good possibility that's going to happen tonight with one hit in his ledger already. A ball and a strike now to Joe Ash. Throws the bat head at it and slaps it foul out of play down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Joe Ash Brodeen. So Joe Ash now 8 for 13 in the series. He has scored 3 runs, driven in 4, and stolen a pair of bases. But here, Villa gets him to swing through one in on the hands. Another strikeout for Kelvin, his 4th of the game, 1 gone.
Long on the second baseman, number 28, Josh Barfield, number 28.
So here's Josh Barfield, a strikeout victim swinging himself back in the opening inning. And Kelvin Villa trying to find his groove here after being knocked around in his 3 outings thus far for Bridgeport. Here he misses with ball 1 outside, and the count 1-0. Villa coming in has allowed 5 earned runs or more in all 3 of his starts this year for the Fish. Up and away, he misses here. It's ball 2. Again, his numbers were fairly good down in Mexico. 8 starts with AAA Laguna, 2-2 record, 4.47 ERA, and nowhere near where he is now at 8.69. 2-0 is high and away, though, for ball 3, and here he loses the zone. Numbers were a little higher a year ago with Sugarland. 4-8 record for the Skeeters, 5.54 earned run average in their inaugural season. So Barfield, you would think, would see at least 1 here, if not 2. Takes all the way. There's a strike on the outer half of the knees. And now in a good hitter's spot is Josh Barfield. 1-0 Ducks in the 3rd. 3-1. Taken in the air to right field. Prentice Redmond backing up on it, still going back, reaching up, and it's off his glove, and it drops. Barfield will stop at second, and we'll see how they score that as Redmond got there in right center, but it looked like it went off the heel of his glove and fell in for what is being scored a double for Josh Barfield. And again, right now, there is still some sun in the outfield, but the infield is in shaded area. So I'm not sure if that was a factor in Redmond getting there, sticking up the glove, but maybe just having it hit off the heel and then drop for a 2-base hit. Here's Ben Broussard for Long Island. And Villa wants his catcher Carter to go through the signs once again. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. Broussard also a strikeout victim swinging back in the first. (0-1) inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Broussard coming in, 4 homers in his last 11 games. Villa set at 1-1 and missing down and away, ball 2. Told you that Bill Hall had that 3-run homer off Villa this year, and a couple of seasons ago, back in 2011 when he pitched for the Road Warriors, the Ducks hit 3 home runs on the year off Kelvin Villa. Didn't hit any off him last year when he was with the Skeeters. 2-1 down and away. And it's 3-1 new Broussard. 3 games against the Ducks last year for Kelvin, an 0-2 record, and a 6.14 earned run average. Ducks actually checked that, had 4 homers off him in 2011. 3-1 is grounded to first, backing up Louis Lopez. He has it there. Will flip to the pitcher Villa covering, and there is the second out. Crossing over to third is Josh Barfield.
Ducks outfielder, number 6, Bill Hall, number 6.
So here is Bill Hall, who has driven in the only run of this game, a single to left that plated Joe Ash Brodeen from second base back in the opening inning. And again, the Ducks who took out Kelvin Villa with a long ball back in 2011. Ray Navarrete hit a pair of solo homers off him in the same game on May 30th. J.R. House, a solo blast against him on June 18th. John Rodriguez, a 2-run shot on August the 18th. Obviously that year, Kelvin pitched for the Road Warriors, so all 4 home runs were on this field as the Road Warriors didn't have a home. First pitch to Hall is a changeup, dropped, and it rolls away by Carter. Ball 1 to Bill Hall. you're not familiar with the Road Warriors, they were in the league for several seasons, and as their name indicated, they played every single game on the road. They did not have a home ballpark. 1-0, down and away, backhanded by the catcher Carter. It's 2-0. So Villa being very careful here with Bill Hall. And Hall would love to do what he did back in the first, driving another run to add to the Long Island lead. 1-0 Ducks in the home third. 2-0 is also outside, so Kelvin Villa losing the plate here. And it's 3-0. Bryant Nelson waits on deck. Kelvin Villa didn't like that ball at all, just threw it into his own dugout, or tried to on the third base side, but missed the opening there, so the ball boy helps him out. Let's see if Hall turns himself loose. 3-0. Again, he's had the hot bat with hits in every game of the series. Nope, he was taking all the way, and there's ball 4. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Second walk for Villa. Runners at the corners, and here's Bryant Nelson. Well, they go back to Villa's only previous start this year against the Ducks here on June 11th, when he gave up 10 hits and 8 runs in just 5 1/3. And the guy who really took it to him is Bryant Nelson. Bryant Nelson was 3 for 3 off Villa with 2 singles and a double. He was actually the only Duck who had a multi-hit game against Villa. So almost everybody else had 1 hit apiece in those 5+ innings, but Bryant Nelson had 3. Here he takes a strike after he spun away from the plate, and now he's got words for home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. Bryant felt that was well inside, but the call is strike 1. 0-1 is up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. So maybe the presence of Kelvin Villa on the mound will get Bryant Nelson going. He has just 1 hit in the series. He is 1 for 9, and that was a double last night. Villa set, the 1-1. Low, 2 balls and a strike. Ducks have Barfield at third, Hall at first. 2 on, 2 out for Bryant Nelson, as Long Island tries to add to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. This is game 4 of a 5-game series. Ducks lead the series 2-1, so a win tonight, and they win the series. 2-1. Way inside this time, no doubt about that one, near the thighs of Bryant Nelson, and a real good hitter's count for Nelly at 3-1. Bryant coming in just 3 for 21 in his last 7 games. So, love to break out and get it started right here against this lefty Villa. Here's the pitch. And that ripped into left field for a base hit. Josh Barfield will jog home and score from third. It's an RBI single for Bryant Nelson and a 2-0 Long Island lead here in the third. Now we talked about it. He tattooed Villa the last time to the tune of 3 hits in the same game, a pair of singles and a double. And here he doubles Long Island's lead. For Bryant Nelson, RBI number 30 on the season. Back tied for the team lead with Joe Ash Brodeen. And here comes Willie Upshaw to talk to his left-hander, Kelvin Villa. So Barfield scored from third. Bill Hall stopped at second. And Willie Upshaw has done a lot of this when Kelvin Villa has been on the hill. Walks out to the mound. In Villa's 3 starts, he's given up 6 runs to Lancaster, 5 runs to Somerset, 8 runs to Long Island here back on June 11th. And tonight, again, it's early. It's only 2 runs on 4 hits, but maybe he saw something that he didn't like in Villa, and he's gone out the entire infield in on the meeting. The trainer is not out there, so I'm assuming it's not something medical or injury related. Now, Willie taps him on the fanny and says, let's see what we can do here. Try to limit the damage. So single run for the Ducks in the first, another one here in the third. 2 runs on 4 hits. 2 on, 2 out for Adam Bailey, who struck out swinging in the second.
Number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
And perhaps talking about that big game Bailey had last night with 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, drove in 1, homered. Very dangerous hitter is Bailey in this situation. Inside strike from Kelvin Villa, 0-1. Ralph Enriquez waits on deck. The 0-1 is poked off the end of the bat foul down the left field line. And chasing it down is the third baseman, Iggy Suarez. 0-2 on Adam Bailey. So whatever Willie Upshaw said, so far it's worked as Villa's out in front, 0-2. And Bailey will wait the pitch as Villa toes the rubber on the third base side. Check of second, and now time called, and everybody will reset. It's Hall leading away from second, Nelson the same from first. 2-0 Ducks in the third inning. Villa's 0-2 is down and away. Good block by Yusuf Carter. The catcher sliding left and taking it off the chest protector, and then keeping it directly in front of him to prevent either base runner from advancing. Ducks now with 2 runs on 4 hits. Bluefish still looking for their first hit of the game through 3 innings. A 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Kelvin Villa fans Adam Bailey to end the inning. But the Ducks do get a run on 2 hits. There was a walk and 2 men left. 3 complete tonight at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It's the Long Island Ducks 2 and the Bridgeport Bluefish 0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Three innings complete tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks with a 2-0 lead for Long Island. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. For Bridgeport, no runs, no hits, and no errors in this inning. We'll take a look at the out-of-town action around the Atlantic League last night. Of course, here it was the Ducks beating Bridgeport 8-7. The only other single game last night was down in Sugar Land, Texas, at Constellation Field, where the Skeeters doubled up the York Revolution 12-6, and in the process, Sugar Land lowered their magic number to 4. Any combination of Skeeter wins and or Patriot losses that add up to 4 will give Sugar Land their first ever playoff berth, as they would win the first half Freedom Division title, and trying to do it in just their second season in the Atlantic League. And again, last night, no problem at all for Sugar Land, as they had a 12-0 lead after just 4 innings of play, and then the Revolution came back to score 6 that really didn't matter, just to cut the lead in half. So Louis Lopez to lead off the visitors' 4th here against Matt Way, and the lefty's first pitch is in there for strike 1. Lopez drew a walk back in the second inning, one of 2 issued tonight so far by Long Island Southpaw. The 0-1 is in the air to center field. Adam Bailey backing up will make the running grab for the first out. Well, for Sugar Land last night, it was Eduardo Perez hitting his 6th homer of the season. Steve Moss 3 for 5 with 4 runs batted in. And Reed Gurecki, the former Duck, continues his torrid play of late. He went 2 for 3, scored 3 times, and knocked in a pair. For York in the loss, Mark Tehan hit his first homer of the season. Went 2 for 5 with 2 runs and 2 ribbies. Here's Victor Diaz for the Bluefish. And that's strike 1 taken. Rick Zagone was the loser for York. He falls to 1-2. The starter went just 3 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, 9 runs total on 7 hits, walked 3, and struck out 5. Way misses low, a ball and a strike. Matt Wright went to 9-0 for the Sugar Land Skeeters with the win. 6 innings of 5 hit, 2-run ball, just 1 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 9. Pitch downstairs. It's 2-1 now to Victor Diaz. So for Matt Wright, it was his league-leading 9th win of the season. Swing and a miss here. That'll bring the count even at 2-2 as he and David Harden of Somerset began the night last night with 8 wins apiece. So Matt Wright, 9-0 for the Skeeters. And again, the 9 wins lead the league. The 2-2 here to Diaz is lifted foul up in the air behind home plate. And we'll do it again. But again, the Skeeters inching closer to that playoff berth. And their remaining schedule is all home games, as it is for the Somerset Patriots. Neither team plays a road game the rest of the first half. Swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup from Matt Way as he sits down Diaz on strikes for his 5th strikeout of the evening. All 5 swinging. So 2 up and 2 down. Here's James Simmons, the center fielder who struck out swinging back in the second.
James Simmons, number 16.
So again, Skeeters over the Revs, 12-6 last night. They'll play a double dip tonight, and we'll keep you up to date on that one. First pitch here to Simmons, low and inside for ball 1. Double dip in Bridgewater, New Jersey last night. Somerset Patriots and the Camden River Sharks, and again the Patriots sweep it so that the magic number doesn't fall any lower for the Skeeters. Swing and a miss by Simmons, it's 1-1. Somerset won the first game 1-0 in 8 innings, a game that was scheduled for 7. So in extra innings, Jake Fox hit a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 8th, his league-leading 20th home run of the year. Unbelievable season already for Fox. 1-1 is low for ball 2. Dionys Cesar had a 2-for-3 game for the River Sharks in the loss. That was dominated by the starters, Walter for Camden, Phillips for Somerset, who each took a no decision. The winner for Somerset was the former Duck John Hunton in relief. He's 1-3, his first win as a Patriot. Swing and a miss here by Simmons to even the count at 2-2. And John Velasquez, the loser in relief for Camden, he's 0-1. So again, Somerset won game 1, 1-0 in 8 innings. Matt Way looking for a 1-2-3 if he can get Simmons. And he misses low, and the count now full. Patriots won the second game 5-3 as Eddie Martinez Este led the way, 2-for-3 with a run scored. 2 knocked in. Raul Padron, 2-for-4 in the loss for Camden. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 6 strikeouts for Matt Way. 3 up and 3 down go the Bluefish. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ducks still with a 2-0 lead here at home.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the Hebrew National Picnic Area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as a color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, display your group's artwork, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-DUCK and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Well, fans, now you can enjoy the taste of the Australian Outback at discounted prices just by attending Duck games here at Bethpage Ballpark. Now, during every Friday home game, Duck staff members will be handing out coupons for $5 off with the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouses, and you can grab those coupons as you leave the ballpark. Now, whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of their many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes great pride in serving the fastest, freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 a.m. Join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for 2 starting at just $25 at Outback. It's all about the quality and all about the food. Ducks with a 2-0 lead as we go to the last of the fourth. And Kelvin Villa, the left-hander, to deal with 7, 8, 9 in the Long Island order. Ralph Enriquez to begin. Up and away, misses the southpaw. Ball 1 to Enriquez, who flew out to center field his first time up. Bat well above his right shoulder for Enriquez. Pulls it on the ground to short. Bobbled by Chavez behind second, and he's got no play. Well, again, that one was headed up the middle. Chavez had to go a long way to get there. And let's see how they score this one. It has not gone up yet as a hit or an error, and they are going to charge an error to the shortstop, Brandon Chavez. For the Bluefish, their league-leading 71st error of the season.
Number 9, P.J. Phillips, number 9.
So again, the Bluefish, most losses in the Atlantic League, coming in with 44, and defense has been one of the issues they really need to shore up in the second half. Here's P.J. Phillips, walked his first time through. Tries to bunt here and bunts through it, and that's strike 1. Bluefish just don't score runs either. Only 245 runs scored on the year. That is 25 fewer runs than every other team in the league at least. And you look at a team like the Somerset Patriots that have been incredible offensively this year. Patriots have scored 372 runs this year. Bluefish just 245. 127 more runs for Somerset in the first half already than Bridgeport has scored. Of course, the pitching needs to shore up for the Fish as well. Their team ERA is over 5 runs per game. That's 7th in an 8-team league, and they also don't hit any long balls. They're last in homers. They've homered only 24 times all year, so those are the areas of concern for the Bluefish to correct if they're going to make a run at a second-half title. Pitch to Phillips here, a called strike after a ball, and the count 1-2. Again, coming into this season, Bridgeport missed the playoffs 2 years in a row and 7 times in the last 9 years. Very different story than the way they began their Atlantic League play back in 1998. One of the inaugural members as Villa misses away here. They made the playoffs 5 times in their first 6 seasons and won their only championship back in Season 2 of Atlantic League Baseball. That was the year before the Ducks joined the league. 1999 was their only title. This is their 16th year in the Atlantic League. But, boy, you make the playoffs 5 times in the first 6 years, and, boy, you set the expectation that you'll be there almost every year. Now they've missed it 7 times in the last 9 years. 2-2 pitch to Phillips. And that bounced through the right side. That'll get through into right field for a base hit. So a good start for the Ducks here. First and second, nobody out for Dan Lyons in a sure bunting situation for the guy that calls himself the bunt guy.
Long Island shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
And it's amazing. If you look at the stats for the Long Island Ducks, Dan Lyons has 4 sacrifice bunts. There is not a single other Duck on the roster that has a successful sacrifice bunt this year. And we talked about it with Dan in the pregame interview, how he has no problem at all being known as the bunt guy with the bunt herd round Long Island that won them a championship a year ago over Lancaster. Well, the Bluefish expecting it from the bunt guy. Suarez on the grass at third, Lopez the same at first. So Dan will try to slide 2 men along and give the Ducks 2 cracks at adding to a 2-0 lead here in the fourth. Villa set, a check of second. Dan squares, pushes it to third, and Villa watches it roll for a base hit. Oh, Dan Lyons does it again. Very similar to the bunt that won the Atlantic League Championship. Just hugging the grass up the third base line, and nobody had a play. Oh, boy, if Matt Esquivel was charging home from third, it would just look just like the bunt that won it all for Long Island. What a thing of beauty for the bunt guy. A bunt single for Dan Lyons, and the bases loaded with nobody out. That is a thing of beauty. Everybody in the world knows it's coming, and yet nobody can get it. What a job by Lyons. So, 3 Ducks on the pond, nobody out, and the hottest hitter on the team at the plate in Joash Brodin. Ralph Henriquez at third, P.J. Phillips at second, Dan Lyons at first. 2-0 Ducks, but they are hoping for much, much more here in the fourth inning in a real good situation. Can't get any better than bases loaded, nobody out with your best hitter at the plate. Joash 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a run scored. First pitch, inside for ball 1 with no place to put him. We talked about this crazy stat a lot last night, but Brodin, 7 homers on the year, but all from the other side, all 7 batting left-handed. Here he bats righty against the lefty, and the 1-0 misses wide, 2-0. Same story for Bryant Nelson, a switch hitter, with all 8 home runs he's hit from the left side. I was talking about it last night. I wonder if Brodin and Nelson are having a running competition to see who can homer right-handed first. And here Joash going to call time. Kelvin Villa in about as big a jam as you can get in. It'll be a 2-0. Swing and a miss in on the hands, and that's where he put that pitch when he struck him out last time for strike 3. This time it's strike 1 on Joash Brodin, who's got a couple more bullets left in his holster. It's a big, big pitch for Villa. Didn't want to fall behind 3-0. And now it's a 2-1 offering. Again, a swinging strike on the inner half, and 2-2. Kevin Baez talks it over at third with Ralph Enriquez. Joash Brodin steps out and calls time. Villa ready. Here's the 2-2. And that a broken bat looper caught by the second baseman Mayora. For a second, I thought it was going to drop into right. The way the luck has been going for Brodin lately, it had to fall in, but this time Mayora just does get to it and gets a huge out number 1. Boy, I thought that was over the glove and in. I really did. So let's see if Josh Barfield can pick up Joash Brodin. He doubled to right center and scored last inning, and has also struck out swinging. Bases still loaded, now 1 away, and boy, I hope that wasn't the bat that Joash Brodin has been using for the entire 10-game hitting streak. You lose your gamer sometimes if that's been a bat you've had for a while. That's a tough thing, but boy, that thing snapped like a twig, and he still managed to almost muscle it into right field. So here's Barfield as Villa comes home and just misses in at the legs for ball 1. 2-0 Ducks in the fourth, bases full, 1 away. Ducks loaded the bases on an error, a single, and a bunt single. Villa set away from his letters. The 1-0 is on the ground to second. They're going to say caught in the air by Mayora. He will step on second to double off Phillips. And incredibly, Kelvin Villa wiggles out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam without surrendering a run. Just incredible. For the Ducks, no runs, 2 hits, an error, and 2 left. We go to the 5th on Long Island, It remains Long Island 2, Bridgeport nothing.
Hey, this is pitcher Eric Neeson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed.
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. No good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc specially formulated paver shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
To inning number 5 we go here at the Duck Pond. Long Island leads at 2-0. We'll finish up on the out-of-town scoreboard from last night. Told you Somerset swept the doubleheader at home against the Camden River Sharks. Took Game 1, 1-0 in 8 innings on a walk-off homer by Jake Fox, his league-leading 20th of the year. They won Game 2, 5-3 in the standard 7 innings of the double dip. Somerset led by Eddie Martinez-Este in that second game, 2 for 3 with a run and 2 knocked in. And Raul Padron again for Camden, the only multi-hit game. He went 2 for 4. For the Patriots, Eric Arneson was the winner. He goes to 5-1. 5 2/3 of 8 hit, 3-run ball, just 2 earned, a walk and 3 Ks. Mike McGuire lost it for Camden. He's 2-4. 3 2/3 of 4 hit, 5-run ball, 5 walks, no strikeouts. John Hunton, the former Duck, got the save for Somerset in Game 2, his 18th of the season. So pretty good night for Hunton. He got the win in Game 1 and the save in Game 2. Well, here to lead it off for the Bluefish, it's Stantrell Smith. And Matt Way misses up and in with ball 1. Smith popped out to the shortstop Dan Lyons his first time up. The 1-0 is pop foul up behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. One coming from the lefty Way. And that down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Elsewhere last night, a double dip in Southern Maryland at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf. And we told you the Blue Crabs on Monday won their 8th straight game and won it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th to clinch a playoff spot for the 5th straight year. So congratulations to Southern Maryland. They have won the Liberty Division. 2-1 is an inside strike, and the count even now on Stantrell Smith. So the emotional letdown was expected, but I don't think anybody saw it coming this big. Barnstormers won the Game 1 last night over the Crabs 14-2, as here Smith fouls it away. And again, mind you, 14-2 in a 7-inning game. And the bizarre thing about the Lancaster win, they did not hit a single home run in scoring 14 runs. Darrell Ward, 3 for 3, scored 2, drove in 3. Matt Spencer, 3 for 3 with a run and a ribby. 2-2 swing and a miss. Another great changeup. The signature pitch from Matt Way as he picks up his 3rd straight strikeout, 7th of the game. That's 1 off his season high, 1 away. Jeremy Owens had the only multi-hit game for Southern Maryland in that 14-2 loss. He went 2 for 3. But Will Savage, the complete game win for Lancaster. He's 6-6, 7 innings of 7 hit, 2-run ball, no walks, 5 Ks. Michael Ballard, the loser for Southern Maryland. He's 4-4. Gave up 9 hits and 8 runs in just 4 1/3. Here's Carter, who struck out swinging his first time, and here he grounds it fair down the left field line and into the corner. And that is the first hit of the game for the Bridgeport Bluefish, as he will pull into second with a 1-out double. So Matt Way took a no-hitter into the 5th inning before Carter just yanked it between Bryant Nelson and the bag at third base and down the left field line. A couple of fans recognizing that is the first hit of the game. Some applause for Matt Way. But more importantly, in a 2-0 game in the fifth, that brings the tying run to the plate in Brandon Chavez. Bluefish have had a couple of base runners on 2 walks and a hit batsman, but that is their first hit tonight against Matt Way. So here is Chavez, who's drawn one of those 2 walks. And he takes inside and low for ball 1. So Barnstormers won that first game 14-2. And the second game a little closer, 5-4. They needed 9 innings to decide it in favor of Lancaster. Again, a game scheduled for 7. 1-0, down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Jason Taylor led the way for Lancaster, 2 for 4, knocked in 3. Starters did not figure in the decision as Loop and Corpy were long gone by the time it was ended. 2-0 is a strike, 2-1. Yoslan Herrera, the winner for Lancaster in relief, he's 2-1. Jason Urquidez got his 14th save with a scoreless night. Jeff Stevens was the loser for Southern Maryland. He falls to 3-1, 3 innings of relief. Only 1 hit and 1 run allowed, but that was the difference in the extra innings. Great change-up again by Matt Way. Chavez early on it, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, that's your roundup of the ATL action from last night, and a little bit later tonight we'll run you through tonight's games with a doubleheader down in Texas, single games in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and Waldorf, Maryland. 2-2, low and inside, and the count full on Brandon Chavez. Mets and Yanks both in action as well, and we'll update you on the big leagues when we get to all that in a little bit. Right here, it's 2-0 Ducks in the top of the 5th. Bridgeport threatening, though. And the payoff is low and outside. Another walk for Chavez, who flipped the bat in the air and almost hit the umpire and catcher Ralph Enriquez. Got to be a little careful there, Brandon. But the third walk of the game for Matt Way, and now the tying runs aboard for the Fish.
Bluefish second base on number 22, Daniel Mayora, number 22.
And boy, the Ducks hope that 4th inning does not come back to burn them as they loaded the bases with nobody out and could not score as Brodeen broke his bat, still almost looped it into right before it was caught by the second baseman, Mayora, and then Barfield lined to the second baseman, Mayora, into a double play. Here is Daniel Mayora, and he takes low and inside for ball 1. Mayora, no hits yet tonight. That's a big story the way he's going. He has grounded to short and struck out swinging, and now Ralph Enriquez goes out to the mound to talk to his left-hander. So Mayora yet to extend that 7-game hitting streak. Again, it's not just a 7-game hitting streak, it's a 6-game streak in which he's had more than 1 hit in all 6 games. More hits right now than any player in the Atlantic League. Daniel Mayora at home plate. 1-0. Inside strike. Very close pitch. 1-1. Carter at second. Chavez at first for the Bluefish as they try to cut into a 2-0 Long Island lead here in the top of the 5th. One. And that hit back up the middle and through into center field. Carter will turn third. He'll be sent home. Adam Bailey comes up throwing. It is cut off. It's an RBI single for Daniel Mayora. The Bluefish are on the board, and they trail it 2-1. So making an 8-game hitting streak for Daniel Mayora. His 16th run batted in of the season. Chavez stopped at second. Mayora at first. And now the tying run in scoring position. Go-ahead run aboard, and here comes Steve Foucault, the pitching coach of the Ducks, to talk to his lefty, Matt Way. So again, Bluefish had no hits in the first 4 innings of this game. Now they've got to walk 2 hits and their first run of the night.
If you would like to party with the Long Island Ducks, then stop by the Sports Authority ticket kiosk on the main concourse.
And talking about Matt Way, 7 strikeouts already. I told you his season high was 8. That was May 1st here against the best hitting team in the league, the Somerset Patriots. But that is something the Ducks have really prided themselves on this year. Their pitching staff has now recorded 455 strikeouts on the year, and that leads the Atlantic League. So perhaps Steve Foucault noticed something that Matt Way was doing here in the 5th that he didn't do in the first 4. And before it gets out of hand, he wanted to talk to the southpaw. As the Bluefish are on the board, they trail it 2-1. Chavez at second, Mayora at first, 1 away for Iggy Suarez, who's flied to left and popped to short. First pitch swinging here, pops it up foul territory, first base side. Ben Broussard on the warning track makes the grab for the second out. Well, whatever Steve Foucault said, it worked. Matt Wade threw the pitch. Iggy Suarez went after it. And now if he can get Redmond, he can limit the damage. Prentice Redmond 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout swinging and a ground ball to first. And now just 4 for 27 in his last 8 games. Still a base hit with 2 outs and Chavez running from second would tie this game. There is ball 1. Matt Way all the way over on the first base side of the rubber. He's moved over there a little bit from the middle. Is 1-0. Will be delayed as he's going to spin off here and look Chavez back to second base. Top of the 5th, Bluefish have a run in. They trail at 2-1. Way set. Matt's 1-0. In there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Biggest crowd of the series thus far, and we'll give you the number when they make it official in the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch, runners go, and it's inside, throw down to third is not in time. Oh, Bryant Nelson applied the tag, but they say Chavez got in there on a close play, and the Bluefish pull off a double steal. Boy, you want to talk about taking a risk. You got the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first, and with 2 outs, if they don't get that, the inning's over. And they take the bat out of Prentice Redmond's hands. But they were going, and they pull it off. So Chavez to third with his 3rd stolen base. Mayora to second with his 10th. And now a base hit could give the Bluefish the lead. That's the risk they take. If you pull it off, a base hit gives you the lead. If you don't try it, a base hit ties the game. Possibly gives you the lead. The 2-1. He thought about it, laid off it, and it backdoored him for strike 2. And so Matt Way at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Mayora runs very well at second, so almost any hit out of the infield would give him the lead. 2-2 is popped in the air. Shallow right field. The second baseman Barfield back. 2-handed squeeze, and that will retire the side. But the Bluefish do get on the board. They pick up a run on 2 hits. There was a walk and 2 left. Halfway home on Long Island tonight, middle of the 5th inning. It's the Long Island Ducks 2 and the Bridgeport Bluefish 1.
Hi, this is Ray Navarrete, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You saved more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Well, fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Good one here tonight, more like the games we had in games 1 and 2 of our doubleheader on Monday night. Close-scoring, low-scoring affairs, or low-scoring, close affairs is what he was trying to say, as opposed to last night's slugfest, an 8-7 Long Island win. But this one goes 2-1 in favor of the Ducks to the home 5th. And Kelvin Villa, who got out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam last inning without surrendering a run, will go against the heart of the order, Ben Broussard, Bill Hall, and Bryant Nelson.
Thank you, guys.
So he begins with Broussard, who has struck out swinging and grounded out to the first baseman, Lopez. First pitch to Ben in at the thighs for ball 1.
Thank you.
Broussard had an 8-game hitting streak come to an end here in Game 1 on Monday night. And here he misses in at the legs again, does Kelvin Villa. It's 2-0.
Thank you, guys.
Right now, it's Villa's best outing of the season. We told you he's given up at least 5 earned runs in all 3 starts thus far for the Fish. Low and away, he misses, and it's 3-0. So Ducks would love to get the 1 back. They surrender in the top of the inning. And you got to think Ben takes here. Oh, he thought about it, but laid off it. Thought maybe it was a shade high, but above the belt, strike 1, and now Broussard called time before climbing back in. Villa's pitch, ripped into center field for a base hit. So Ben Broussard has his first hit of the night, the leadoff man aboard for Long Island.
Long Island fielder, number 6, Bill Hall, number 6.
So here's Bill Hall, who's been aboard both times tonight, a walk, a single, and a run batted in back in the opening inning when he plated Joash Brodeen on a great 2-out single to left field to give Long Island the early lead. Broussard held on at first by Louis Lopez. Ben has not even attempted a stolen base this year. First pitch strike called on Hall, 0-1, and just looking at the timing of the games last night, I talked a lot about how last night's game dragged a bit. And again, we did have 15 runs, 24 hits, 3 errors. We had 4 pitchers for the Bluefish, 5 pitchers for Long Island. It was such a contrast to Monday night's doubleheader where the pitchers dominated. The 0-1 taken the other way into right field for a base hit. Bill Hall's second of the night. And once again, the Ducks in business here to start an inning. First and second, nobody out. So decision for Kevin Baez.
Number 21, Bryant Nelson, number 21.
Does he bunt Bryant Nelson here? Same spot he was in last inning, first and second, nobody out. He bunted Dan Lyons, and Dan's bunt was so beautiful it went for a base hit down the third base line. I don't know what he'll do here with Bryant Nelson. Let's see. Interesting call. And the Bluefish are expecting the sacrifice. Suarez on the grass at third, Lopez the same at first. I'm not 100% sure Nelson's going to bunt, though. Villa checks second, his pitch. Swings away and puts it into right center field. The center fielder, Simmons, going over, will line it up, make the catch. Broussard will tag just to draw the throw, and a strong one-hopper in from Simmons, 1 away. Nelly didn't miss it by much. Gave it a ride, but again, Simmons with that great speed and the great jump into the alley to make the grab for the first out.
Number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
So Broussard held at second, Hall at first. And here's Adam Bailey, twice tonight, struck out swinging by Kelvin Villa. Lefty-lefty matchup as Villa checks second and then misses outside with ball 1. So again, just getting back to last night. Last night to play a 9-inning game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. 3:23, as you know, the Atlantic League's had the crackdown to try to keep all games under 3 hours and even under 2:45 if possible. But 3:23 last night on ball 2 here to Adam Bailey. I added the times together from Monday's doubleheader games. 2 games in their entirety, 3 hours and 43 minutes. So last night a single game, only 20 minutes less than 2 complete games on Monday night, granted 7-inning games. This one in the air to right center field. Here comes the right fielder, Prentice Redmond, diving. He can't come up with it. It falls in. Broussard will stop at third. Hall at second. It's a single for Bailey. And for the second straight inning, the Ducks have loaded the bases. The old Bermuda Triangle in right center. So again, you have to lay it out. Monday's games were 7-inning games, but still, the 2 games combined Monday, 3 hours, 43 minutes. The 1 game last night, 3 hours, 23 minutes. And here comes Pat Ahern, the former Duck and pitching coach of the Bridgeport Bluefish, who himself went out there on the hill Sunday in Bridgeport and threw over 5 innings at 43 years to help Bridgeport beat Lancaster in the finale of a 3-game series. He talked about Pat throughout the series. He set a Ducks record for wins in a season back in 2006 when he went 12-4 as a starter for Long Island. So Villa did even better than what he's got to do here last inning. Last inning, bases loaded, nobody out, got out of it. This inning, bases loaded, 1 out, and Ralph Enriquez, the switch-hitting catcher, with a chance to swing from the right side.
Located on the concourse behind home plate, and pick up a flyer so you can vote against the Long Island Ducks on Sunday morning, July 21st.
Ducks have had 2 grand slams this year. Bill Hall, his first hit ever as a Duck was a grand slam, and the now departed Danny Perales did it earlier this year. Broussard at third, Hall at second, Bailey at first, Enriquez at the dish. First pitch swinging is Ralph, and he misses, 0-1. Two-1 Ducks, bottom of the 5th. Again, trying to add to a lead. And they get Kelvin Villa back after he got out of it somehow last inning. Misses low and outside with ball 1. Ducks have left at least 1 man on base in every inning. So far, they've left 6 on board through 4 frames. 1-1. Again, low and outside for ball 2, but that's nothing compared to what the Bluefish did last night. They left 12 men on in the game, a 1-run loss, and left at least 1 man on base in all 9 innings. Talk about wasted opportunities. They also hit into 3 double plays. 2-1 here is crushed but foul down the left field line as Enriquez had the bat head out in front early. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Ducks. Here's the pitch. And that popped foul down the right field line. And it'll hit the warning track and spin into the seats. Enriquez tonight is flied to center and reached on an error by the shortstop, Brandon Chavez. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He brought the heat above the belt. And Kelvin Villa gets strikeout number 6 and out number 2 here in the 5th.
Designated hitter, number 9, P.J. Phillips, number 9.
Well, even though Villa's been knocked around this year, in 2 of his 3 starts, he has recorded 7 strikeouts. Struck out 7 Ducks here, June 11th. Struck out 7 Barnstormers Friday in Bridgeport. So he's an out away from wiggling away again. P.J. Phillips going to try to deny him. Bases loaded now, 2 outs. Phillips with a walk and a single thus far. And again, hits in all 4 games of the series. Takes low and in for ball 1. P.J., where the single through the right side his last time up, now has an 8-game hitting streak. Ducks just don't want to squander another bases-loaded opportunity here in what is now a 1-run game. It was a 2-run game when they squandered it last inning. Here's Villa's 1-0. And that a called strike in her half to even it up. Villa the stare into Carter. Phillips windmills the bat from the right side. The 1-1 is also a strike. And now he's out in front as the southpaw, 1-2. Villa nods in agreement with his catcher's signals. And here's his pitch. Bounced to the right side. The second baseman, Mayora, will flip to first, and Kelvin Villa has done it again. Ducks fail to score off a bases-loaded one-out situation this inning. Had bases loaded, nobody out last inning, and could not score. So Villa continues to find a way out. No runs for the Ducks, 3 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. We go to the 6th on Long Island. Ducks 2, Bluefish 1.
Hi, this is pitcher Ian Snell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget you can follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. The Ducks with 65 home runs as they play game number 65 tonight of a 140-game season. So well on pace to get those 100 home runs they need to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. We do have our first pitching change of the night for Long Island as Matt Way is done after 5 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball, and he gives way to the 29-year-old right-hander from St. Louis, Missouri. 6'4", 220-pound Bob Zimmerman takes the mound for Long Island. Louis Lopez, the first to see him. Louis has walked and flied to center field. Zim's pitch is strike one. The final line on Matt Way: 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. 0-1 is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He threw 85 pitches, 48 for strikes, and again took a no-hitter into that 5th inning. Went 4 1/3 without giving up a hit before the Carter double down the left field line. Bounced to short for Dan Lyons. Plenty of time to throw across with Lopez running, 1 gone. So if the Ducks managed to hold the lead the rest of the way, Matt Way would pick up his 4th win of the season and even his record at 4-4.
Victor Diaz, number 41.
And again, Way was at 85 pitches, but 3 times earlier this season he has gone to 7 innings, so comes out at 5 tonight. 1 away, here's Victor Diaz. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out swinging. Swing and a miss on the heat by Zimmerman. Bob did pitch in last night's game, the Ducks' 8-7 victory. In fact, he was the first reliever in last night. Came in the 5th inning to replace Connor Graham, who was released by the Ducks today. 0-1. Up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Last night, Zim went just 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, a walk, and no strikeouts. Two balls and a strike now to Victor Diaz. And Zimmerman did not see Victor Diaz last night. And saw just 3 batters, retired 2, and walked the 3rd. Low and inside, 3 balls and a strike. Zimmerman just rejoining the Ducks, has pitched 6 times in relief, no record, a 3.24 ERA. 8 1/3 innings tossed, 9 hits only allowed. 3 walks, 5 Ks, 265 is the opponent average against him. Pop foul out of play behind home plate. And the count full on Diaz. Of course, Zimmerman, a member of the Ducks championship team of a season ago. So Zim takes his time here. Diaz will await the 3-2. Kicks and comes home. And that inside for ball 4, he's walked them. Talk about Matt Way standing to be the winner when Matt Way won Friday here against Sugarland with 5 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. That was his 3rd win of the year, but his first at home. So it took him 10 games overall in the year to finally win at home. His only 2 previous wins this season were in Lancaster in April and in Camden in May. So again, if the Ducks can hang on here tonight, he'll have back-to-back wins at home after not winning at all here at Bethpage Ballpark prior. Here's James Simmons, busted in with a heat, and it's ball 1. So Diaz, the tying run aboard for the Bluefish at first base. They trail at 2-1 here in the visitors' 6th. Victor Diaz has not tried a stolen base this year. Ben Broussard holds him on. He's right at the cutout. The 1-0 is a strike. 1-1 now to James Simmons, who has struck out twice tonight in the game. And again has now struck out 34 times in 64 at-bats since returning to the Bluefish. 1-1, a check swing here. They want an appeal down at first. At least catcher Ralph Henriquez does. He was going to ask for an appeal. Home plate umpire Chase Edmondson has not asked for it, though. He says nope, it was a check swing. It's 2-1. Zim from the middle of the rubber set. His pitch popped up foul out of play behind the plate. 2-2 now to James Simmons. Zimmerman's first batter faced last night was James Simmons, and he got him the fly out to left field. 2-1 Ducks in the 6th. Good one here tonight. These cross-sound rivals have played 8 times this year. Ducks have won 5, Bridgeport 3 in the Ferry Cup standings. 2-2, low and away. He thought about it but laid off it. And again, a full count now. And let's see what Willie Upshaw wants to do, if anything, with Victor Diaz. Will he send him on a 1-out payoff pitch and hope that Simmons can hit a gap? Remember, James did have 3 hits last night, including a homer. He does not go. 3-2 is bounced to third for Bryant Nelson. A second for 1. Barfield, no chance to double up the speedy Simmons, but the Ducks will take the 1 on the fielder's choice that goes 5-4, 2 away. So it'll bring up Stantrell Smith, the left fielder.
Bluefish left fielder, number 8, Stantrell Smith, number 8.
Simmons now the tying run at first. He's had 1 steal in 1 try this year, but again has just recently come back to the Bluefish, so it might be a threat to go. And Smith at the dish has popped to short and struck out swinging. Righty for Zimmerman. Showed bunt and bunted through it, so with 2 outs, they're obviously trying to bunt for a base hit. And Stantrell upset with home plate umpire Chase Edmondson. I think he felt that was high. Smith did not play in last night's game, so did not see Zimmerman. Willie Upshaw goes through the signs down at third. And they count 0-1 on the Bluefish left fielder. 2-1 Ducks in the 6th. Bridgeport with a 2-out runner at first in Simmons. Zimmerman's 0-1 on the way. Low and away to even it up. Ducks have out-hit the Bluefish tonight 9-2. Bridgeport's only 2 hits in the game last inning. A Carter double, a Mayora RBI single. Zimmerman tossing over to Broussard at first and diving back to the bag. Hands first is James Simmons. Zimmerman set below the letters, his 1-1. Nice change-up swinging strike as Smith almost spun himself into the ground. And now Zim in front, 1-2. Checks over his shoulder at Simmons, and now will throw over to first. So, figuring if it's likely he's going to go with 2 outs, it's more likely he's going to go with 2 strikes. Let's see if he does go. He takes off. The pitch is popped foul out of play behind the Ducks dugout on the first base side. So Simmons was on the move, as Zim figured he would be. But Stantrell Smith had to protect against strike 3 and just threw the bat head at it late. So another 1-2 pitch coming in this righty-righty matchup. Zim's ready. He is offering up high, 2-2. Outfield straight away, and medium depth all the way around for Smith. Zim a check of first, and now the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. First strikeout tonight for Bob Zimmerman, and that will retire the side. For the Fish, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th we go at the Duck Pond. It remains Long Island 2 and Bridgeport 1.
Hi, this is James Hauser, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to the Ducks Baseball on Ducks' official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Well, tomorrow night, the 8th and final game of this homestand for Long Island. The Bridgeport Bluefish here to wrap up the Ferry Cup rivalry at this ballpark for the first half. 6:35 first pitch. Quackers go out to the first 1,500 fans. Get your ticket to the Bethpage Ballpark box office online at liducks.com or over the phone, 631-940-TIXX. Again, the Ducks lead the Ferry Cup series against the Bluefish 5-3, so a win tonight, and they would clinch at least the first half portion of it. Again, the teams will play 10 times in July, and then that'll be it. Unbelievable. The Ferry Cup will be over before we even get to August. Good one here tonight, though. Long Island with a 2-1 lead, and after tomorrow night, the Ducks will wrap up the first half in Bridgewater, New Jersey, against the Somerset Patriots with a 4-game series Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. They return home this coming Tuesday, July 2nd, to kick off the second half of the season with a 6-game homestand. 3 against Somerset, 3 against these Bluefish, who are right back here, and then it's the All-Star break for 4 days. All-Star game this year for the first time ever at Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland on the night of July the 10th. Here's Dan Lyons to get it going for Long Island. 1 for 2 with a bunt single his last time up, as Kelvin Villa, who's been a wizard the last 2 innings, goes into his 6th inning of work. Again, in the 4th, he loaded the bases with nobody out. In the 5th, he loaded the bases with 1 out, and the Ducks didn't score in either inning. 1-0 is foul back over the net behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. So after the Ducks finish this series against the Bluefish, again, 5 straight games against their crosstown rivals, they will actually play 7 consecutive games against the Somerset Patriots. They'll play nobody but the Patriots for a week straight. 1-1 here is foul back to the screen. So again, they'll play in Somerset County, New Jersey, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then here against the Patriots next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Ball and 2 strikes on Lions, leading off the home 6th. Ducks with a 2-1 lead. Dan puts it back up the middle. The second baseman, Mayora, has to get it quickly and side arm to first for out number 1.
Walk on the right fielder, number 22, Joash Brodeen, number 22.
So back to the top of the order for Joash Brodeen, 1 for 3 tonight, with a single and a run scored, also a stolen base. Brodeen with a 10-game hitting streak. And again, one more hit tonight, and he'll have multi-hits in 8 of those 10 games. Villa misses away, ball 1. Josh Barfield waits on deck. Brodeen called time, and now back in. 1-0. Grounded, fair down the left field line and past the third baseman, Iggy Suarez. Joash with a big turn at first, and then he'll head back. They fire over there, but make it another multi-hit game for Joash Brodeen, who has multi-hits in all 4 games of this series now. Incredible, 8 multi-hit games in his 10-game hitting streak.
Josh Barfield, number 28.
Joash now 9 for 16 in this series. Unbelievable. So 1 on, 1 out, and here's Josh Barfield. He doubled and scored back in the 3rd. He's also struck out swinging and lined into a double play. Now they're going to try to keep Brodeen tight at first. Again, Joash, 2 stolen bases in the series as well, as he had one back in the 1st inning, and he had one here Monday night in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Does not go, and Barfield rips through it for strike 1. Talking about the next time the Ducks will be home after tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And all 3 nights, Grucci fireworks. Does it get any better than that? Ducks having 15 fireworks shows this year. But if you want to get in the holiday mood, you can start on Tuesday, you can warm up on Wednesday, and then show up Thursday for the 4th of July itself. So Ducks will be in the holiday spirit, no doubt about it. And we hope you'll join us here. And those nights are always great. There is such incredible energy in this ballpark when it is packed to the gills like it is for holiday fireworks. 0-1 is in the air to right field. Coming in under it is Prentice Redmond. He'll make the running grab as he moves toward the line for the second out. So let's see if Joash Brodeen tries to swipe second again against the backup catcher, Yusuf Carter.
27, Ben Broussard, number 27.
Certainly more likely he would try it with 2 away, but here's Ben Broussard. Picked up a single his last time up. 1 for 3 tonight with a strikeout and a ground ball to first as well on his ledger. Villa stares at Brodeen, does not go, and Broussard sees strike 1 on the outer half. 2-1 Ducks in the bottom of the 6th. They've out-hit the Bluefish 10-2, but Kelvin Villa has wiggled out of jam after jam. Pitch low, 1 ball and 1 strike. But boy, for a guy that's given up 6, 5, and 8 earned runs in his 3 starts to have only 2 on the board in the 6th inning, and to be doing what he's doing, Kelvin Villa has to be thrilled. 1-1 is low for ball 2. And Villa unofficially at 116 pitches here in the 6th. He has not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. 116 is where he is. Unbelievable. 2-1 is fouled off the mask of the catcher, Yusuf Carter, for strike 2. And Villa went 8 innings in his last outing. 6 1/3 in Somerset in his only win. 5 1/3 here in his Bluefish debut back on June 11th when he gave up 8 runs on 10 hits. So tonight 10 hits, but only 2 runs. The last time he gave up 10 hits, 8 runs. Slapped into the upper deck foul by Broussard. Count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that popped up behind the plate. Yusuf Carter, the catcher, sheds the mask, moves towards the screen, and makes the two-handed catch to retire the side. No runs a hit, a man left. 6 in the books tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks 2, the Bridgeport Bluefish 1.
Hi, this is pitcher Jared Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement!
The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit LIDucks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th. Ducks with a 2-1 lead. Bob Zimmerman remains in there in relief after replacing Matt Way. And here's Yusuf Carter to get it going for the Bluefish. And he takes strike 1. Carter tonight has scored the only run for Bridgeport. Doubled down the left field line to break up the no-hitter of Matt Way in the 5th. And came home to score on the Daniel Maioris single up the middle. 0-1 is crushed but foul out in front of it down the left field line. So a good start for Zim, who did not allow a hit in his first inning of relief, the 6th. And now he's ready for the 0-2. That in the dirt as Carter wouldn't chase. And it's ball 1. Ducks 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Bluefish 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. So the Ducks have out-hit the Fish 10-2, but have just a slim 1-run lead to show for it. 1-2 is crushed again, foul down the left field line as Carter was early. And again, Kevin Baez in a bit of a bind tonight because he used 4 relievers last night in the 8-7 win, including Jared Lansford for a 5-out save. And I asked him, would Lansford close tonight if the game were tight? He said no. So he said the current setup guy, Ian Snell, would probably close this game, but with Leo Rosales, the normal closer, out with a calf injury, he turned to Jared Lansford last night, who did a great job, picked up his 3rd save with a 5-out effort, but he wouldn't ask him to do it again coming off those 5 outs. So Snell would be the closer if it gets there tonight, and right now it's a tight game. 1-2 is pop foul off the hands up behind home plate. And Yusuf Carter in a good battle here to try to get a board against Bob Zimmerman to open the 7th inning. Check in on the out-of-town scoreboard for you in just a minute around the Atlantic League and the majors as well. Zimmerman working hard here to try to keep the leadoff man off the bases. Again a 1-2. Low and in, 2-2. Oh, one final tonight because they're playing a twin bill down at Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas. Skeeters beat the Revolution 6-1 in the first game. So Sugar Land lowers their magic number to 3. Any combination of 3 Skeeter wins or Patriot losses, they will clinch the Freedom Division title and go to the playoffs for the first time in just their second season. 2-2 breaking ball, he swung through it. Oh, what a great pitch from Zim. Second strikeout, 1 away.
Cradle of Aviation K-board in section 210.
So again, Skeeters win game 1, 6-1 over the Revolution. And they'll play the second one in just a bit. Skeeters out-hit York 13-7, scored 4 times in the second inning, led 4-1 after 2, and cruised the rest of the way.
Brandon Chavez, number 13.
Here's Brandon Chavez, strike 1 from Bob Zimmerman. Zim did see Chavez last night in the 5th inning, and he got Brandon to pop out to the shortstop, Dan Lyons. Tonight, Brandon does not have an official at bat. 2 plate appearances, both walks. Up and away, misses Zim a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. And that a swing and a miss. Zim out in front. Be a 1-2 pitch to follow. And that bounced towards second. Barfield to his right. Throws across the body. High and over the head of Ben Broussard. Backed up nicely by the catcher, Ralph Enriquez, so that Chavez can't advance beyond first. But that was a tough play. Slow chopper. Baltimore chop up the middle. Barfield got to it, but a wild looping throw across his body way over the head of Broussard. And another error.
Number 22, Daniel Mayora, number 22.
Charge to the Ducks here. As the E4 on Barfield's throw allows Chavez to reach as the tying run with 1 away. Chavez 2 steals, 4 tries. He's already way beyond the cutout. So Zim, I think, has got to pay him some respect there as Mayora is at the plate. Doesn't throw over, and Mayora hits it deep to left field. Bill Hall will just watch it sail out of the ballpark. Daniel Mayora, a 2-run homer, his second of the season, and Bridgeport has their first lead of the night, 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. Is there a hotter player in the ATL today than Daniel Mayora? I don't think so. He touches home, and then a big double high five with the man who scored before him, Brandon Chavez. Unbelievable. Mayora has knocked in all 3 runs. It is now 7 straight multi-hit games, as his 9th hit of the series is his first homer of the set. And Bridgeport has battled back from 2-0 down to take a 3-2 lead. Just their 25th home run of the year in 66 games. Last in the league by a country mile. Strike 1 to Suarez, and now a swinging strike 2. I mean, it's just, you don't see guys getting grooves too often the way Daniel Mayora has been tearing the cover off the ball of late. 0-2 is low and away. So Mayora's league-leading 83rd hit of the year is a 2-run homer to left, a no-doubter that takes the Fish from a run down to a run up and takes away the win possibility from Matt Way. 1-2 here to Suarez. On the outside corner, a called strike 3. Zim got him looking. 2 away.
There's a strikeout for Bob Zimmerman, who puts another K on the Pringle
Third
Aviation
strikeout
K-board.
for the big righty. And boy, does that error by Josh Barfield loom large. If he throws to first and gets Chavez, again, you don't know Mayora still homers. Everything could have been different. But even if Mayora homers, it's only a tying homer and not a go-ahead homer. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Prentice Redmond, 0 for 3. With a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop-out. And he pops it up a mile high to right field. Joe Ashbrodeen moving in and left will give it a one-handed squeeze. And that'll retire the side, but not before the damage done. The Bluefish get 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error, and nobody left. Daniel Mayora's 2-run blast to left, just his second home run of the season, has given Bridgeport their first lead of the night at 3-2. We'll stick around for God Bless America from the Birchwood School. Again, a great job by the Birchwood Elementary School with God Bless America. 7th inning stretch at Bethpage Ballpark. Bluefish lead Long Island 3-2.
Hi, this is Joe Ashbrodeen, first baseman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Mr. Savemore, I just opened our electric bill. There must be some mistake.
Yes, Millie, what would that be?
It's so much lower. It must be wrong. Should I contact LIPA?
No, Millie. There's nothing wrong with our bill. It's all the new lighting we've installed. Our lighting contractor told me about LIPA's new commercial lighting retrofit program. We were able to upgrade all our lighting here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's new higher rebates, our new lighting will pay for itself in less than a year, including our contractor costs. Not to mention how this will help improve our sales. And as you see, it's costing us a lot less for electricity.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you really do know how to save more.
LIPA's commercial lighting retrofit program can reduce your lighting electric costs by up to 40%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Well, hey, Duck fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. Now, with Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and much, much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Well, first time tonight that Long Island finds themselves trailing in the game, thanks to Daniel Mayora's 2-run homer, just his second of the season. Bluefish lead it 3-2, and amazingly, Kelvin Villa is still out there as he takes the mound for the 7th inning. Bill Hall, Bryant Nelson, and Adam Bailey, 4, 5, and 6, who he is scheduled to see. Remember, Hall homered off Villa when he last saw him here at Bethpage Ballpark back on June 11th. And Bill tonight's been aboard all 3 times. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 singles, and a run batted in. First pitch. Ripped down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and that ball is fair. It'll go into the corner. Played there by Stantrell Smith. On his way to second is Hall, and he slides in with a leadoff double. Bill Hall's 3rd hit of the night. He's been aboard all 4 times, and the Ducks immediately with a tying run in scoring position.
Ducks third baseman number 21, Brian.
That coming on the 120th pitch of the night for Kelvin Villa. I mean, this is just unbelievable. You want to talk about a rubber arm. 120 pitches in for Kelvin Villa. And still, no signs of him coming out just yet. Here's Bryant Nelson. He's 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI single to left. Back in the third to plate Josh Barfield. So the Ducks going right after Villa here, hoping they can get to him before Willie Upshaw does. Their 11th hit of the night. The Bluefish have only 3, yet Bridgeport leads it. First pitch to Nelson. Thought about a bunt, drew it back, and took in tight for ball 1. Nelson crushed the first pitch he saw last time to right center field, but James Simmons, the center fielder, got a great jump on it and put it away. 1-0. Taking foul down the right field line out of play with Quackerjack putting the whammy on Kelvin Villa from atop the third base dugout. So Nelson out and back in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The count on the former Bluefish. Villa set, the lefty's pitch. Low and in for ball 2. And we told you Villa went 8 innings Friday in a 6-4 loss at home to Lancaster. But I have a feeling his pitch count wasn't up in the 125 region. Maybe it was. Hall goes. The 2-1 is bounced to short. Chavez will have only 1 play. That's the first in time. So Bill Hall taking off, trying to steal third or perhaps a hit and run. But he crossed in front of the shortstop Chavez before Bryant Nelson grounded out to him. And now the Ducks need a fly ball out of Adam Bailey to tie this game. And the Bluefish will bring the infield in all the way around to try to cut off Hall at the plate on a ground ball. Bailey tonight 1 for 3, single to right center his last time up. Struck out the 2 prior ABs. 3-2 Bluefish in the bottom of the 7th. Ducks threatening to at least tie it. Bailey sees strike 1 on the inner half. And Adam hit his 8th homer of the season last night in a 3-for-4 game in which he scored 3 times. Villa set, the 0-1 is well hit but foul out of play down the right field line. Bailey surveying the defense straight away. Pretty deep all the way around. Villa with a good start at 0-2 on Adam. The chant is "Let's go Ducks" with Hall at third, 1 away, and Long Island down a run. Here's the pitch. Way up high, above the letters, almost head high for ball 1. Pitch number 128 unofficially from Kelvin Villa. And now he wants a new baseball. Ralph Enriquez waits on deck. Bailey measures his stroke a couple of times. Now holds the bat above his left shoulder. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He went after some high heat. And Villa strikes him out for the second out. His 7th K tonight. 3rd time this season in 4 starts, he struck out 7 men.
Number 30, Ralph Enriquez, number 30.
So Villa trying to pitch around the leadoff double. Ducks have left 10 men on base already in the game, at least 1 in all 6 innings prior to the 7th. Here's Ralph Enriquez, 0 for 3 tonight. Flied to center, struck out swinging, reached on an error. Puts it on the ground to third. Iggy Suarez fields, throws across in time, and Villa has done it again. Gets out of another jam, stranding Bill Hall at third. No runs, a hit, 1 left. To the 8th we go on Long Island. It remains 3-2 in favor of the Fish.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicoloc paving stones and walls. Nicoloc's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicoloc. Visit the Nicoloc Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicoloc.com.
Let Nicoloc pavers pave your way.
Northeast Facility Supplies is the official janitorial supplier of the Long Island Ducks, serving all of Long Island, both North and South Fork locations to better serve you. We're located in Ronkonkoma and have a complete range of janitorial supplies for all your facilities' needs. Whether it's paper, plastics, chemicals, machinery, or equipment, no business is ever too big or too small for us. Don't forget to ask about our price match guarantee. Visit us on the web at www.nefaci.com or give us a call at 631-563-8119.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Another hazy, hot, and humid night at the ballpark, and Duck fans, why not chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee, available right now at our concession stands. Hampton Coffee is a preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. We go to the eighth. Bluefish lead at 3-2. Third pitcher of the night in for Long Island is the 27-year-old right-hander from Tracy, California. 6'3", 245-pound Nick DeBar. He replaces Bob Zimmerman, who worked 2 innings. He allowed just 1 hit, but it was a 2-run homer to Daniel Maiora. So he gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and Bob Zimmerman would be the loser if Long Island does not rally. So Nick DeBar to try to keep this one where it is, 3-2 Fish into the 8th. Louis Lopez at the plate, and the first pitch is up and in for ball 1. Louis tonight 0 for 2 with a walk, a fly ball to center, and a ground ball to short. The 1-0 is way in for ball 2. Nick DeBar has worked 9 times as a starter for Long Island, 4 times in relief prior to tonight, an 0-5 record and a 6.88 ERA. In 52 and a third innings, he's allowed 62 hits. He's walked 21, struck out 41. Opposition batting .294 against him, and long balls have been a problem. He's given up 11 home runs. Here he misses in tight, can't find the plate yet. It's 3-0. So tough outing for Zimmerman, who gives up just the 1 hit. But the Maiora 2-run homer takes the Fish from 1 down to 1 up. 3-0 may have hit him. Either way, he's on. I'm not sure if it did hit Louis Lopez or if it's ball 4. But either way, again, he takes first base. We'll see how they scored officially. But the leadoff man on for the Fish.
Diaz, number 41.
And going out to calm down Nick DeBar already is his catcher, Ralph Enriquez. They say it was ball 4. So first walk for DeBar. Again, elsewhere tonight in the Atlantic League, 1-game final. First game of a doubleheader down in Texas. Skeeters beat the Revs 6-1, their magic number 3, to clinch the first half Freedom Division title. Games in progress. Second game in Texas. Skeeters with a 1-0 lead over the Revs. top of the third. Here the Bluefish lead at 3-2 in the visitors' eighth. And Nick DeBar with his first strike tonight to Victor Diaz, who is 0 for 1 officially with a strikeout. He's been hit by a pitch and also walked. 0-1 is ripped foul down the left field line. He was early off the tent that protects the Smokin' Owls picnic area. 0-2. Top of the sixth at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Somerset Patriots trying to avoid getting eliminated by the Skeeters. It can't happen tonight, but they could get close, and they're doing their part. Again, the Patriots swept the doubleheader last night from Camden. They leave the River Sharks 3-1 in the sixth. 0-2 here to Diaz, and that low and inside for ball one. And down in Waldorf, Maryland, Regency Furniture Stadium to be specific, Barnstormers a 5-3 lead over the Blue Crabs as they play in the home seventh. One-two is a swing and a miss. Boy, chase one way off the plate, low outside and in the dirt, and Victor Diaz swung anyway. And Nick DeBar has his first strikeout, one gone. In the Bronx, Yankees trailing the Rangers 4-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Only Yankee run tonight. Lyle Overbay is ninth homer of the year. So the Yankees had 4 runs last night in the win, 4 solo homers, including Ichiro's walk-off in the ninth. So the last 5 runs scored on 5 solo home runs. 1 on, 1 out. Here's James Simmons, 0 for 3 tonight with a bounce out into a force play and a pair of strikeouts, and he takes strike one on the outside corner at the knees. Mets and White Sox in Chicago, no score, bottom of the fourth. Sean Markham, the starter for the Mets, came in 0-9, looking for his first win. Comebacker up the middle. Barfield will try to play it, and he boots it. Oh, I think Josh Barfield was trying to get 2 outs before he got 1, and he ended up not getting any. I really think he was just thinking, how quickly can I get this ball, step on second, fire to first, and end the inning. And I think Josh going to be charged with his second error of the night. Indeed he is. So let's hope this one isn't as costly as the last one, as when he booted Chavez's ball, actually threw away Chavez's ball. Last inning, Chavez scored on the homer by Mayora, which instead of a solo shot without the error became a 2-run shot with it, and has Bridgeport on top.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Batting for Stantrell Smith, number 15, Austin Crum, number 15.
So Willie Upshaw going to go to his bench here to bring in a lefty in Austin Crum to pinch hit for Stantrell Smith. Stantrell finished at 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Austin Crum, a .322 hitter, 2 homers, 21 runs batted in. Away misses Nick DeBar with ball one. Crum's had a rough series, though, just 2 for 9 with a pair of singles in the 3 games. Still that .322 average, 9th best in the Atlantic League. The 1-0, way outside for ball 2. So Willie, who has 2 lefties on the bench in Crum and Gomez, goes to Crum here. His only other bench player is the righty swinging Luis Rodriguez. Ducks have just 2 healthy extras on the bench these days. Ryan Canary from the left tonight and Ramon Castro from the right. So Smith was the left fielder. He is out of the game. And Crum ahead 2-0. DeBar's pitch right down the pipe for strike one. Bluefish lead at 3-2 here in the 8th. They have Louis Lopez at second, James Simmons at first. DeBar's 2-1. Swung through 2-2. Good cut by Austin Crum, but he came up empty. In that Yankee game, Andy Pettit was the starter tonight for the Yankees, who've just scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th, now a 4-3 game. They trail. 2-2. Poked foul off the end of the bat. Out of play down the left field line. So good job by DeBar from 2-0 to 2-2. And here's his pitch to Crum. Grounded to the right side and through into right field. Louis Lopez is going to be held at third as Joe Ashbrodine will get it in, and the bases are loaded for Bridgeport on the pinch hit single by Austin Crum.
Bridgeport catcher, number 23, Yusuf Carter, number 23.
So Lopez at third, Simmons at second, Crum at first. And here's Carter. 1 for 3 tonight, doubled and scored back in the fifth. It was the first run of the game for the Bluefish. In fact, his double was the first hit of the game. Matt Way went 4 1/3 without giving up a hit. The bar and a jam. First pitch is well hit to left field. Bill Hall will watch it sail out of the park. A grand slam home run for Yusuf Carter, his team-leading 6th homer of the year, and they have blown this one open. It is 7-2 Bluefish. On the very first pitch he saw from Nick DeBar. So waiting at the plate, Lopez, Simmons, and Crum. They will greet happily their catcher, Yusuf Carter, who has just hit the salami toward the scoreboard in left center. And that has quieted this big crowd here in Central Iceland. Unbelievable. A team that has only hit 24 home runs coming in, by far the fewest in the league. Tonight had a 2-run homer that gave them their first lead and a grand slam homer that extends a 1-run lead to 5. And I think Kevin Baez has seen enough from right-hander Nick DeBar, who has struggled most of the season. And I think Kevin's going to ask for the baseball here. And he will make that move. Top of the 8th, the grand slam by Yusuf Carter makes it 7-2 Fish. Back with the 4th pitcher of the game for Long Island.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Mr. Savemore, it's happening again. I know our electric costs went down after all that new lighting you did through LIPA's lighting retrofit program, but this month's bill is even lower. Should I contact LIPA this time?
No, Millie. There's still nothing wrong with our LIPA bill. This time I took advantage of LIPA's AC retrofit program. Our central air system was, let's say, not too efficient anymore. You remember last summer. With LIPA's AC retrofit program, I replaced all our units, here in our offices, in our warehouse, and our showroom. With LIPA's increased rebates and lower cooling costs every summer, our new AC systems will pay for themselves in just a few years.
Oh, Mr. Savemore, you did it again! You saved more!
LIPA's commercial AC retrofit program can reduce your cooling costs by up to 30%. Over time, that can mean thousands. Call 1-800-692-2626 or visit lipower.org/retrofit. LIPA, we're working for you.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, the fourth pitcher of the night for Long Island is the 26-year-old right-hander from Queen Creek, Arizona, 6'2", 220-pound Josh Lansford, and he makes his first appearance of this series. So Nick DeBar with a rocky outing, to say the least. A third of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs against, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and the Bluefish with now 7 unanswered runs. Ducks had a 2-0 lead that they nursed all the way to the 5th inning, but it has been all fish, and really on 2 swings of the bat. A 2-run homer by Daniel Mayora, a grand slam home run by Yusuf Carter, and what was a 2-run deficit, now a 5-run lead for the Fish. Here's Brandon Chavez for the Bluefish. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 8th, and Josh Lansford misses low with ball 1. Again, his brother Jared picked up the 5-out save last night in the 8-7 Long Island victory. Popped up shallow left center field. The shortstop Dan Lyons backpedaling and calling, and he'll make a 2-handed grab for the second out.
Bridgeport second baseman, number 22, Daniel Mayora. Number 22.
Josh Lansford, 15 games, all in relief for the Ducks. A 1-1 record, a 6.32 ERA. In 15 2/3 innings, he's allowed 24 hits. He's walked only 4. Struck out 15, and the opposition, though, batting .358 against him. And here's Daniel Mayora. Might be the hottest player in the league at the plate. Takes a strike, 0-1. Tonight, 2 for 4, single homer. Runs scored, 3 driven in. And again, his 7th consecutive multi-hit game. 0-1. Is lashed foul out of play down the right field line for strike 2. First 4 innings tonight, Bluefish, no runs, no hits. Last 4 innings, 7 runs on 5 hits. Unbelievable how they have turned this thing around. 0-2, and that low and away wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And Ducks have not helped themselves, leaving 11 men on base through 7 innings, including 1 in every frame. And again, 4th inning, bases loaded, nobody out, couldn't score. 5th inning, bases loaded, 1 out, couldn't score. 1-2, bounce to short, 2 hops for Dan Lyons, bobbles but throws across, and the side retired. But not before the Bluefish send 7 men to the plate. They score 4 runs on just 2 base hits. There was an error, a walk, and nobody left. But Yusuf Carter's grand slam home run has given Bridgeport a 7-2 lead in the middle of the 8th inning.
Hi, this is Josh Barfield, second baseman for the Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hi, I'm former Major Leaguer John Franco. Growing up in Brooklyn, I dreamed of playing professional baseball. My dad, a city employee, worked hard so I could live out that dream. The team at MCU is a lot like my dad. They're New Yorkers you can count on, and they'll work hard to help you reach your financial goals.
Municipal Credit Union has a full range of financial services that make sense in today's economy. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-MCU or visit nymcu.org.
MCU, strong, trusted, growing.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the bottom of the 8th we go. Ducks trail at 7-2, and the first reliever of the night in for the Bluefish is the right-hander Winston Abreu, as P.J. Phillips the first to see him. 7-2 Bluefish. First pitch is away for ball one. Phillips tonight is 1 for 2, a single, a ground out, and he's also drawn a base on balls. Winston Abreu's first appearance of the series. And this one pop foul behind home plate in the upper deck, out of play. So they go from the Brooklyn, New York native in Kelvin Villa to the Jamaica, New York native in Winston Abreu. The 36-year-old righty stands 6'2", 170 pounds, former big leaguer, and last pitch down in Mexico at Veracruz. 1-1 from Abreu. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike. Abreu's put up great numbers this season for the Fish. 22 relief appearances, a 1.99 ERA. No record of yet. 2-1 is pop foul out of play down the right field line for strike 2. In 22 and 2/3 innings, he's allowed just 13 hits, walked 7, struck out 21, and the opposition only swinging 161 against him. Winston Abreu has been a nice addition to this Bridgeport pitching staff, which has been completely turned over from a year ago. They didn't bring back a single pitcher from last season. 2-2. Bounced slowly up the third base line. Abreu tried to barehand it, couldn't come up with it. And P.J. Phillips will have an infield swinging single that acted like a bunt. Now Ducks need to get it going here, down 5 in the 8th.
Turn the lights down, that's my song.
Long Island shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So here's Dan Lyons. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a bunt single, sandwiched in between a force play and a ground out. Abreu's pitch. Very late swing and a miss, 0-1. The final line on Kelvin Villa. 7 innings pitched, 11 hits allowed, but only 2 runs. They're both earned. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. That's not the incredible number. That's yet to follow. Oh, 1 here. Swung through again, 0-2. Villa tonight, 130 pitches in his 7 innings of work. That's right, 130. 76 strikes in 130 pitches thrown, and an absolute magician in the 4th and 5th when the Ducks were trying to add to a 2-0 lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bases loaded, 1 out. Got out of both jams unscathed. The Houdini Act is what they call it. 0-2 low and away. It skips through Yusuf Carter, who can't find it. P.J. Phillips will take second base on the wild pitch. So Kelvin Villa has by far his best outing of the year after giving up 5, 6, and 8 earned runs against in his previous 3 starts. Gave up just 2 tonight. And the old rubber arm at 130 pitches. One-two coming to Lions. In the dirt again goes Abreu. Lions wouldn't chase, and now Yusuf Carter, who hit the grand slam in the top of the inning, out to settle down his new right-hander just into the game. Remember, Yusuf Carter is the backup catcher. So when you get a grand slam out of your backup catcher, even Luis Rodriguez, the starting catcher / coach, I'm sure is all smiles in the visiting dugout on the third base side. 7-2 Bluefish in the 8th, trying to even this series at 2 games apiece. 2-2 is slap foul high out of play, first base side. And if the Ducks don't rally to win this, they would be 15-16 here at home. And it would come down to the final game of the first half at home tomorrow night to try to at least go 500 on their home turf. They have been very good here of late, though. I gave you the number earlier. 9-4 coming in the last 13 home games. 2-2. In the dirt again, kicks away from Carter. Can't find it. P.J. Phillips takes third. So Winston Abreu into the game with a 5-run lead and tasked with throwing strikes is doing anything but. Joash Brodin on deck for Long Island. Payoff pitch coming to Lions. And that just low and away for ball 4. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins.
The Quackerjack Foundation wins. Long Island right fielder number 22, Joash Brodin, number 22.
So back to the top of the order for Joash Brodin, 2 for 4 tonight. Pair of singles, stolen base, and a run scored. Joash taking his time and turning around about left-handed for the first time tonight. All those previous 4 at-bats against the lefty Villa, him swinging from the right side. Again, good news for Brodin and Nelson, who have hit all of their home runs this year, batting lefty. And he does put a charge into it to center field. James Simmons going back in front of the warning track, pulling up, making the catch. P.J. Phillips will tag and score from third. Sacrifice fly for Joash Brodin, his first run batted in tonight. And the Ducks make it a 4-run game. They trail it 7-3.
Second baseman, number 28, Josh Barfield, number 28.
So Brodin's team-leading 31st run batted in of the season. And Long Island closes within 4. Bluefish exchanged the out for the run as Phillips tagged and scored from third. Lions stayed at first. A 1-out runner for Barfield. Josh takes high, ball 1. Barfield tonight is 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored back in the third. Again, Ducks scored single runs in the first and third, led it 2-0. Had those amazing bases-loaded chances in the 4th and 5th, couldn't score, and it's been all Bluefish since. Up high, misses Abreu again with ball 2. In fact, that run, scored by Phillips, breaks up the run of 7 unanswered runs scored by Bridgeport. Abreu's 2-0. Smacked into center field. Simmons moving over in the left center, and again James will make the catch. So a couple of hard-hit balls by Brodin and Barfield, but Simmons tracks them both down. 2 away for Ben Broussard.
First baseman, number 27, Ben Broussard, number 27.
Ben 1 for 4 tonight, single to right center back in the 5th. Has struck out, grounded out, and fouled out to the catcher, Yusuf Carter. Takes a strike, thought about it, laid off it, belt high, 0-1. 0-1 is foul back into the upper deck club seats. Nothing in 2. By the way, Austin Crum, who pinch hit for Stantrell Smith in the top of the inning, has replaced him in left field. Oh, 2 pitch is bounced back up the middle and knocked down by Chavez, the shortstop, who grabs, spins, throws, and a good stretch at first by Lopez. They got him. What a play by Brandon Chavez up the middle to take away a base hit from Ben Broussard. So that'll do it for the Ducks. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, a walk, and they leave 1. 8 complete tonight at the Duck Pond. The Fish lead the flock. 7-3 is our score.
Hi, this is right-handed pitcher Josh Lansford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Want to know what happy tastes like? Well, treat your taste buds to Carvel's new Iceberg and Carvelate beverages. A Carvel Iceberg starts with your favorite soda, like Coke, Fanta Orange, and Barks Root Beer. Blend in ice and vanilla flavoring. It's then topped off with Carvel's famous soft serve ice cream. And try a new Carvelate, a dynamite mixture of coffee and hazelnut or Irish cream flavor, blended with ice and topped off with whipped cream and crunchies. New Carvelates and Iceberg drinks. That's what happy tastes like. Only at Carvel. Visit Carvel.com for the location nearest you.
Now that Metrex is the official nutrition bar of the Long Island Ducks, they're fueling their powerful lineup with delicious high-quality protein to support lean muscle and strength. So that in 2013, the Long Island Ducks can have their best season ever. Uh-oh. Metrex, shaping every body.
Well, Duck fans, don't forget the Ducks and Bluefish wrap up this 8-game homestand tomorrow night at 6:35. Quackers go out to the first 1,500 fans. It's going to be loud and fun tomorrow night. Get your tickets here at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, online at liducks.com, or over the phone, 631-940-TIXX. Again, after tomorrow, Ducks in Bridgewater, New Jersey for a 4-game series against Somerset Patriots. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Back home next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. That's right. 3 straight Grucci fireworks shows next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Can you believe next week is the 4th of July? That is just unbelievable. But the Patriots will be here for those 3, then 3 more against the Bluefish who return, and then the All-Star break for Long Island. 4 days off with a Midsummer Classic July 10th down in Maryland. Well, tough one tonight for the Ducks. They had a 2-0 lead, fell behind 7-2, scratched across a run in the 8th to make it 7-3. And now Josh Lansford, who finished up the 8th inning, will start the 9th for Long Island, just trying to keep it within reach for the Ducks. Bluefish at 2 in their order, and that means Iggy Suarez, who has had a tough night. He's 0 for 4 as he stands in. Bluefish have had only 5 hits. Ducks have had a dozen. Ball 1 from Josh Lansford to Iggy Suarez, the third baseman. 1-0 is in the air to center field. Adam Bailey has it measured as he backpedals, reaches up and makes the catch for the first out.
Right fielder number 27, Prentice Redmond, number 27.
So here is Prentice Redmond. I'm just noticing something on my score sheet here. This is pretty amazing to do what the Bluefish are doing here with what's going on in the middle of their order. Give me 1 second, I'll have that number for you. Lansford misses up and in. Their 2-hitter Iggy Suarez now 0 for 5. Prentice Redmond 0 for 4. So their 2 and 3 guys are a combined 0 for 9. This one in the air to right field might make it 0 for 10 as Joash Brodin makes the running catch. So their 2 and 3 guys are now 0 for 10 combined. Here's their cleanup man, Louis Lopez. He's 0 for 2, so that's 0 for 12. Victor Diaz is 0 for 2, that's 0 for 14. James Simmons is 0 for 4, that's 0 for 18. So their 2 through 6 hitters right now are a combined 0 for 18. How many games are you going to win when 2 through 6. These are the guys that are supposed to set the table, score the runs, do it all, right? 2 through 6 right now, a combined 0 for 18 for Bridgeport, and they lead it 7-3. Unbelievable. Louis Lopez takes strike one. Again, he's 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Josh Lansford's 0-1. In the air to center field. Going to be a tough one for Bailey. Moving over. Joe! Great job. Adam makes the running catch. And a very quick 1-2-3, top of the ninth, thrown by Josh Lansford. To the bottom of the ninth, last licks for Long Island. They're going to need a rally. They trail it 7-3.
Hi, this is reliever Leo Rosales, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Duck fans, you want all the latest inside info on your defending Atlantic League champion Long Island Ducks? Then follow Ducks President and General Manager Michael Pfaff on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucksGM. You'll find out first right here about player transactions, special stories, and so much more. You'll also be able to interact with Michael directly and get his take on all things Ducks baseball. Head to twitter.com/LIDucksGM today and make sure to follow along throughout the entire 2013 season. It's game time.
Hey Ducks fans, your recreation destination this year is The Rinks at Hidden Pond Park. The Rinks features 2 full-size ice rinks, a 97-acre summer day camp, a New York State licensed preschool academy, and a wide variety of birthday party options. Learn to skate, join one of many hockey leagues, swim in an Olympic-sized pool, and enjoy all the fun that The Rinks has to offer. Visit us today at 660 Terry Road in Hauppauge, or check us out online at therinks.com. The Rinks, your recreation destination.
Hi, this is Nick DeBar, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Clocker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food.
Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit LIDucks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks Baseball. It's game time.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Ducks trail at 7-3. Third pitcher of the game is in for the Bluefish, and he is the 33-year-old right-hander from Monroe, Connecticut. So the Bluefish with a Connecticut native on their roster. 6'4", 255-pound Jeff Fulcino, the former big leaguer, who last pitched in the majors with San Diego back in 2011. So Winston Abreu tossed 1 inning of 1 hit, 1 run ball, 1 walk, no strikeouts. That was inning 8. And here is Jeff Fulcino to try to close it out. Bridgeport leads it by 4. And the number 4 hitter for Long Island to begin the inning, it's Bill Hall. He's been aboard all 4 times tonight, so maybe 4 is the magic number for Long Island. Hall with 2 singles, a double, a walk, and a ribby. And he takes a called strike, 0-1. 7-3 Bluefish, bottom of the ninth. Hall stepped out, now back in. Windmills the bat with that wide-open stance from the right, does Bill. 0-1. Popped foul out of play down the right field line for strike 2. Fulcino's numbers, outstanding. 17 relief appearances, 1-0 record. Check out the ERA, 1.06. He is the closer with 7 saves, although this is not a save situation. 17 innings pitched, 12 hits. He's only walked 4 and struck out 21. So he has a better than 5-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And the opposition batting 194 against Fulcino, who's not given up a homer all year. Tough task for Long Island. 0-2. Taken to the first baseman, Lopez. He will take it to the bag himself to retire Hall, 1 away.
Ducks third baseman number 21, Bryant Nelson, number 21.
So one away. Here's Bryant Nelson. He's 1 for 4 tonight with an RBI single back in the third. And again, that left on base number is the one that's going to haunt the Ducks tonight. Right now it's 12 with at least one man left on base every inning. That's exactly what the Bluefish did last night in an 8-7 loss. Same numbers, 12 left on, 1 or more in every inning, all 9 innings. Ducks haven't got anybody on here in the 9th yet as Fulcino's fastball runs high. Ball 1 to Bryant Nelson. (1-0). Check swing, called strike, says home plate umpire Chase Edmondson to even the count. Game has crossed the 3-hour barrier about 5 minutes ago. Ducks will stay here all night if they can win this one. Trail by 4 in the 9th. Bryant Nelson rips a single into right field, his second hit of the game. So has to start somewhere. Why not with Nelly?
Duck center fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
So Adam Bailey will give it a try. 1 for 4, a single, and 3 strikeouts. So Adam with the hat trick tonight. 1 on, 1 out. Ducks trail 7-3 in the home 9th. Fastball strike at the knees, outer half, 0-1. Fulcino set away from the letters is 0-1. Swung through for strike 2. Ralph Henriquez taking some big cuts in the on-deck circle. Out-of-town scoreboard, first game of a doubleheader in Texas. Skeeters beat the Revs 6-1, their magic number 3 to win the Freedom Division. 0-2 to Bailey. Just inside. Boy, didn't miss by much. It's ball 1. Second game down in Texas. The Revs lead the Skeeters 3-1. Bottom of the 4th of a 7-inning game. Patriots at home, a 4-1 lead over the River Sharks, top of the 7th. Stormers and Crabs tied at 5, 9th inning in Maryland. Popped up high in foul territory, third base side. East Suarez over, but it's about 4 rows in and spins up into the upper deck. Mid-7th in the Bronx. Rangers doubling up the Yankees 6-3. Lyle Overbay, his 9th of the season for the Bombers. Mets a 3-0 lead over the White Sox in Chicago, end of the 5th. Can Sean Markham get that elusive first win? He's only given up 3 hits tonight. He came in 0-9 for the Amazons. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Ducks are down to their last out.
Catcher number 30, Ralph Enriquez, number 30.
So here's the only Duck without a hit tonight, Ralph Enriquez. He is 0 for 4 with what I call the variety pack. The strikeout, the flyout, the groundout, and he's reached on an error. Ducks with 13 hits, the Bluefish only 5, yet Bridgeport leads it by 4. Unbelievable when you make the most of those hits. And again, the team that barely homers at all has out-homered the Ducks tonight, 2-0. And that's been the game. Mayora, a 2-run homer. Carter, a grand slam. And it turned the game around on both swings. Ball 1, and now a ground ball to second. Mayora fields, flips, and the Bridgeport Bluefish have defeated the Long Island Ducks 7-3. They even this 5-game series at 2 wins apiece. We'll be back to talk about it on the post-game show. Again, the final tonight, the Bridgeport Bluefish 7, the Long Island Ducks 3.
Hi, this is catcher Ralph Enriquez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
This one is clocked. Deep left field by Dan Lyons. Going back is left fielder Peter Barrows. He's looking up. That ball will not leave its wingman. I feel the need for speed. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. It's no good. Talk to me. Hey, Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Every time a Ducks hitter goes deep, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all the winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
I love coming to the stadium.
What do you love about a Long Island Ducks game?
The excitement. The laughter.
The memories.
Spending time with my family.
Watching my grandson's eyes light up.
Dancing with Quacker Jack.
What about you?
A 400-foot shot.
Definitely the food. Getting autographs and running the bases.
Play ball! For game times and promos for your 2012 Atlantic League champions, visit liducks.com.
I love this game.
Ducks baseball. It's game time.
Chris King back at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where the Long Island Ducks have been defeated by the Bridgeport Bluefish by the final score of 7-3. And boy, what a crazy game this was. Matt Way took a no-hitter into the fifth inning. Kelvin Villa had major jams in the fourth and fifth, wiggled out of both of them. Bluefish trailed 2-0 all the way into the fifth inning when they ran off 7 straight runs. Ducks got a run in the eighth to finally end that unanswered runs run by the Fish, but it was too little too late, and Long Island fell by 4. So tough one tonight for the Ducks, especially from Matt Way, who took a no-hitter into the fifth inning, gave up only 2 hits and 1 run in 5 innings. But Bob Zimmerman gave up a game-turning 2-run homer to Daniel Maiora in the seventh. Bluefish went from 2-1 down to 3-2 up, and then the crusher, the Yusuf Carter home run, a grand slam off Nick DeBar in the eighth inning, and effectively it was lights out for Long Island as a 1-run game became a 5-run affair. Give credit to Kelvin Villa. He has really struggled all year long, but tonight 130 pitches, 11 hits against, but just 2 runs in his 7 innings of work to earn his second win of the season and even his record at 2-2. So we have 3 Nicolak players of the game tonight for Bridgeport. Kelvin Villa, who battled all night long. Daniel Maiora, 2 for 5, a run scored, 3 knocked in, including a 2-run homer. Yusuf Carter, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 4 knocked in, including a grand slam. They are all our Nicolak players of the game. Nicolak Retaining Walls and Paving Stones, a company synonymous with quality and service in the manufactured concrete industry for almost 50 years. We'll take one last break, and when we come back, full recap of how it went down tonight in Bridgeport's 7-3 win over Long Island. We'll run you through the out-of-town scoreboard, preview the series finale tomorrow night, and we'll wrap this one up.
Hi, this is center fielder Ryan Canary, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Beautify your patio, walkway, driveway, or pool surround with Nicolak Paving Stones and Walls. Nicolak's specially formulated Paver Shield offers extra surface wear protection and color enhancement throughout the thickness of the paver. Paver Shield guarantees that your pavers will look great for years to come. Bring home the elegance with Nicolak. Visit the Nicolak Design Center, Sunrise Highway, Lindenhurst, or Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Holiday Inn Islip MacArthur Airport in Ronkonkoma. Uncover the perfect balance of memorable, award-winning service and the most central location Long Island has to offer. The Holiday Inn is located less than a quarter mile from the Islip MacArthur Airport with a state-of-the-art health and fitness center, high-speed internet access, a world-class outdoor pool, and the great food and fun inside the Brickyard Bar and Grill. There's never been a better time to visit the Holiday Inn Islip Airport. Best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 585-9500 today. That's 631-585-9500.
Chris King back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark, where the Bridgeport Bluefish have defeated the Long Island Ducks by the final score of 7-3. Time now for the recap of tonight's game. Again, tonight, game number 4 of a 5-game series. Teams split a doubleheader on Monday. Ducks won 8-7 last night, so Long Island led in the series 2-1. Ducks got the first run of the game in the bottom of the first on a Bill Hall RBI single that brought home Joash Brodeen. They added to that lead in the home third on a Bryant Nelson single that brought home Josh Barfield, and it was 2-0 Long Island. It stayed that way into the fifth, and in fact, Matt Way, the starter for the Ducks, took a no-hitter into the fifth inning before the Bluefish broke it up on a one-out double by Yusuf Carter. He would come around to score on a Daniel Mayora single up the middle, and Bridgeport was on the board. They trailed it 2-1. Meanwhile, lefty Kelvin Villa for the Fish would pull a Houdini act in both the fourth and fifth innings against Long Island. Fourth inning, Ducks loaded the bases, nobody out. He got out of it. Fifth inning, they loaded the bases, one out. He got out of it. So it stayed 2-1 because of his wizardry into the seventh inning. And the Bluefish in that seventh inning, with Way out of the game and Bob Zimmerman in, would get a two-run homer by Daniel Mayora that would take them from 2-1 down to 3-2 up. In the very next inning, they would get a grand slam from Yusuf Carter off Ducks reliever Nick DeBar, and suddenly a 3-2 game was a 7-2 affair. Ducks would scratch out a run in the bottom of the eighth on a sac fly by Joash Brodeen that brought home P.J. Phillips, but it was too little too late, and the Bluefish had themselves the 4-run win. Final numbers tonight for the Fish: 7 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They leave 6 on. For the Ducks, 3 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They strand 13 men on base, at least 1 man left on in every inning for Long Island. The winner is Kelvin Villa, who threw 130 pitches, 7 innings, 11 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He goes to 2-2. Bob Zimmerman was the loser in relief for Long Island. 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, a walk, a strikeout. I checked that, 3 Ks. Matt Way got a no decision after 5 innings of 2 hit, 1 run ball with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Game played in 3 hours and 9 minutes before a crowd of 5,621. So with the win, Bluefish go to 22-44. They snap their 2-game losing streak. With the loss, the Ducks drop to 28-37. Their 2-game winning streak comes to an end. And again, the Ducks go to 15-16 at home. 1 more home game left in the first half tomorrow night to try to get back to 500 for the half. Ducks still lead the Ferry Cup 5-4 over the Fish. Long Island now 4-3, 7 games in to this 8-game homestand. And for the Bluefish tonight, just their 9th win in their last 39 games. Again, the final tonight, the Fish over the Flock, 7-3. Elsewhere in the Atlantic League, doubleheader down in Texas. Skeeters took the first game from the Revs 6-1. Sugarland's magic number to clinch the Freedom Division down to 3. Second game, Skeeters trail it 3-1 to the Revs, top of the 5th. Bridgewater, New Jersey, bottom of the 7th inning. Somerset Patriots a 4-1 lead over the River Sharks. Again, a Patriots loss would also lower the Skeeters' magic number, but Somerset battling to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They lead it by 3 in the 7th. Down in Waldorf, Maryland, Lancaster in the top of the ninth, now a 7-5 lead over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Major League Baseball, both the Mets and Yankees in action. Yankees trying to rally in the Bronx. They trail it 6-5 as they just scored twice in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another homer tonight for Ichiro Suzuki, his 5th of the season after he had the walk-off blast in the bottom of the 9th last night. Lyle Overbay, his 9th of the year for the Yankees in a game in which Andy Pettitte started. Mets continue to lead it 3-0 in Chicago over the White Sox. Sean Markham, who came in 0-9 for the Amazings, thus far has given up no runs on just 4 base hits. So again, the Mets lead it 3-0 in the 7th on the south side of Chicago tonight. So a tough one for the Ducks. Again, they had some great pitching from Matt Way, carried a 2-0 lead all the way into the 5th inning. In fact, Way had that no-hitter in the 5th. But the Bluefish turned it around, and really on 2 swings of the bat, Daniel Mayora, 2-run homer to give him a lead. Yusuf Carter, grand slam to make a 1-run lead, a 5-run game. And it means that tomorrow night's game will be the rubber game of this 5-game series. Ducks have 2 wins in the series. Bluefish have 2 wins in the series, and Ducks will send their ace these days to the hill. Lefty James Hauser, 5-0, perfect on the year, 2.76 ERA. He has won his last 4 starts, and in fact took a no-hitter into the 7th inning in his last outing here Saturday against Sugarland. And in those 4 wins in his last 4 starts, James Hauser has given up just 2 earned runs against total, 0, 1, 1, and 0. Those are his earned runs against in his last 4 outings. And the Bluefish will counter with their righty Josh Butler, 3-5 on the year with a 4.90 ERA. He has lost his last 3 starts, lost 5 of his last 6, and in fact his only win in his last 6 starts was here on June 4th. He beat the Ducks 4-2 with 7 innings of 7 hit, 1 run ball. He's also lost to the Ducks this year, so again for Butler. Third outing against Long Island for Hauser. He will try to go to 5-0 in his last 5 starts and stay perfect on the season. But it sets up a nice finale for the homestand and the series tomorrow night. That'll do it from here. Once again, the final score tonight from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It was the Bridgeport Bluefish 7 and the Long Island Ducks 3. We do invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast. That'll be tomorrow night when the Ducks host the Fish in the finale and the rubber game of this 5-game series. Pre-game show starts at 6:20 p.m. We'll throw the first pitch at 6:35. Quackers are the giveaway, so it'll be a loud night in the old ballpark. And if you can't make it out, you'll hear it all right here on the home of Ducks Baseball, liducks.com, and also youtube.com/DucksBaseball. I'm Chris King saying thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, everybody, and good night from the Duck Pond.